Well, hello and good morning and happy weekend. You guys are so cute, I could cry. You're just so nice and fun and here and, it's good stuff. Welcome, happy Saturday. I am joined today by Fish Cam because the dog is sleeping in and the cat is just sitting on the floor scratching her ear. You can see a tiny percentage of cat tail right there. But in the meantime, I figure, Fish is often on camera, so there's Ori. He is, in case anybody's curious, a Betta Fish. He lives right behind me in that big cube, 6 gallons, and the ornament in his tank is just a resin ornament with a couple little plants stuck out of the top of it. So that's Ori, named after Farseer Ori out of Najatar. And today I am so excited to do a number of indiscriminate's not the right word. Indiscreet's definitely not the right word. We are being indiscreet. I'm doing stuff. There's so much stuff that I need, and I keep bouncing between things, and I go to a place, and then I find I need a thing, and then I go to another place, and then I need more things, but then I didn't finish the things from the first place. So let me log in, and I'll talk you through where my thought process left me off last night. I spent last night after dinner. I logged on, and I just wanted to sit and chill and farm some stuff. So I ran a couple of raids on LFR. Mop raids. So I did all of Siege of Orgrimmar and LFR because that's where I needed the most appearances. I did, a normal mode HFC. I did a bunch of raids to get some stuff. And then I wound up over in Asuna. I must have ported here to fly somewhere else. And, it was telling me, all the things was telling me that, I still need a toy from the Warden's Paragon chest. I guess at the time that I was doing Legion stuff, I was only thinking about mounts. So I thought I was done, but I was only done with Paragon mounts. I still need this specifically Syra's extra cloak from the Warden supply kit, and it's actually kind of a cute toy. It makes you look like a Warden, so I'm at 9,800 Warden's reps, so basically all I gotta do is go find a world quest and do it, and then cross my fingers, and then we can move from there. Let's see here. We had Jinx with a 6-month resub during the countdown. Happy Saturday, Hazel. Let's get all the things. You guys are so sweet about supporting my addiction. It's great. Lux with an 8-month resub, 1 month until the fabled sub baby is born. I swear I only had to figure out what to say in one of these messages just a week ago. And I feel the pain. Whenever I'm I'm shy, so if I'm resubbing to a streamer and it's like, say something, I panic, and then sometimes I leave the stream and then come back when they're not streaming so that I can resub in peace without anybody having to witness my uncomfortableness. Space Cadet Rick, thank you for the 4-month resub. So I want a little bit of game sound. I was over here because I noticed I also at the time needed a cloak transmog off of the emissary vendor. So let's see, for Warden's quest, nothing over here. I use a big add-on called World Quest List to kind of make a gigantic table with everything, and I can filter it by faction, so I can see there's Wardens in Suramar, Val'Sharah, High Mountain, Stormheim, so pretty much everywhere but here. I'm just gonna fly to the Suramar one, I guess. I may as well. I don't need to do that many of them, do I? Let's go do, so this one, they want me to do Wanted Guardian Thorel. Sure, why not? Let's just fly over there. Technil, thank you for the brand new sub. Welcome to the Squirrel Squad. That toy took me 72 caches. I have a bad feeling I'm going to lose interest in this particular grind after just this one, but now is a really good time to grind this kind of thing because of the impressive influence buff and because it's not pre-patch yet, so what else are you going to do? All of the things must be gathered. It's, I need so many more of them. I only just noticed in the main, hang on, I need a little bit of game music. I need to be, yeah, there we go. Just a little bit. Yeah. I just found, sorry. Train of thought, it's still early. I just found the toy box section and the mount section. I had only been looking at things by zones and by dungeons and whatnot. I only just now looked through these sections, and toy box in particular, I have less than 80% of toys. What am I doing, honestly, with my life? There's a bunch of achievements I could get. Those somewhat look like PvP, although I know the audiophone is for Garrison music rolls. But then, I just went vendor. I'm like, what do you mean there's 20 toys that I could get from a vendor? So some of these are rep toys. Some of them are just, I guess, on vendors' places. And some of them I don't think they're strictly you know, sometimes there's something else you have to do, but sometimes it's just on a vendor. So I kind of want to like go looking for stuff I can do. I saw that there's this Zandalari effigy amulet toy that has 7 steps all listed out in the all the things tooltip, and I've never heard of that before. You're like, you're buying stuff from Grifta and Shatrath, and you're trading in counterfeit masks. There's so much going on, you know. As long as it's not unhealthy. I'm still getting to sleep at night, although I did stay up like 25 minutes later than I meant to last night because, well, because there were just more things. Getting ready to go to an RP event soon, but so glad I got the other screens. I can still be watching the stream. I feel the call of all the things, but I'm also afraid. It is a potent brew to drink from, and if you find yourself occasionally overly obsessed to the point with just things in general, to the point that it's a detriment to the rest of your life, I would say use with caution. If you're somebody that's pretty good at the whole moderation thing, then you're probably okay. I'm a real borderline case. I can get very, very, very addicted to things, but I'm a little better adjusted now than I was 5 years ago. I feel like 20 to 23-year-old me, or heaven forbid a teenage me, would have just had their life ruined. I just wouldn't, I never would have made a YouTube channel because I never would have stopped collecting things. So we're looking for, oh no, I went too far. There we go. We're going back this way. That's why I start writing the sub message for next month as soon as the one for last month is set out. This is so proactive. That kind of energy will get you very far. Not necessarily the sub messages specifically, but just starting on things that far ahead, that'll do you good in school and work. Okay, was that who I needed to know? That was just a shield guard. I, as it turns out, don't know who I'm looking for. I guess maybe they just need to respawn. Hang out here for a bit. You can send out Legion Order Hall missions for rep tokens. That's a good idea. I should start doing that. I started sending out, all the things got me sending out Warlords of Draenor missions again. What's up with that? Why did I do it? One of them was for a Heimal cache, and I was like, I still need Heimal transmog. So I did that one. And then oh, you know what it was? Is I am crafting Hexweave gear to collect the rest of my Draenor tailoring appearances for cloth. And I needed a tailoring follower to assign to my tailoring hut so that I could increase my output. And if I can level that follower from 90 to 100, it'll be 100% chance. It'll be a better proc, basically, or more often proc, something like that. So I decide you can just assign the follower to the building and they will get experience from work orders. But it felt like it would be faster if I just ran missions to just, you know, level them up real quick so that they can get to level 100 and start giving me more hex weaves. So I've been running missions to try to level them. And then in the process rediscovering all kinds of stuff that I rightfully forgot at the end of Warlords about Warlords. Mr. Malaire, thank you for the 4-month resub. Love watching you get all the things. After many years, Ashes of Alar finally dropped for me this week. Congrats, just in time for no flying in, presumably Shadowlands. Yeah, just in time for no flying in Shadowlands. You can still ride it. It'll just kind of bump along the land with its fiery little belly. Oh man. Also X-Fixing with an 11-month resub. 11 months and celebrating it with my adorable Hazel mug that came yesterday. Even my parents like it. Stay awesome, Hazel. Oh, cheers. You guys got any good coffee, tea, beverages this morning? Any good juice? Do people actually hand press juice? I see people do that on TV. They get like juicers or they just like mess up some oranges on a Saturday morning. And I've always looked at that and went, no thanks. But I did make myself a cup of masala chai. So this is like a really spicy tea that I haven't made it in a long time. And that's kind of why I made it. I was looking at my cupboard with the completionist mentality that has bled over into other parts of my life, being like, I need to complete my tea. I need to finish all of this and then I can get more. And I hadn't really touched the chai in a while, so I figured I would get into it. Are Prime subs better than regular subs? They benefit me exactly the same. You only get 1 Prime sub with your Prime, but if you are not using it anywhere else, then that means you can sub to me and not have to pay the $5. Prime subs do not auto-renew where regular subs do. So if it's something that you want to like move around, you can do that. But all the same to me. Chocolate pecan coffee. Ooh, gourmet black coffee straight from Walmart. Love chais. Juicers are so big I can't justify. I think that I'm just not like, I would rather eat the fruit. I think that I am better off just eating fruit than going through all of the violence to extract juice from fruit, and then I'm leaving behind the fiber in the sad masticated pulp that I then discard. I would rather just eat the fruit and then have some water. I think that's probably better for me. I know juice is delicious, but it's also I don't know. It's sugary, I guess. Social, thank you for the 2-month reset. I made fresh watermelon lemonade once. It was so good, but I probably won't do that again. Sometimes you just have to go a little extra though. Sometimes you just got to do a little more and then really enjoy something and go, wow, that was nice. Never again. I was looking through the Overwatch cookbook last night. I was kind of sat on my couch trying to figure out a dessert that I had the ingredients already in the house to make. I was like in the mood to bake something, but not in the mood to go get groceries. So I was just like tabbing through the WoW and the Hearthstone and the Overwatch cookbooks, trying to figure out if I had the stuff on hand to make anything that sounded good. I did not. But in the meantime, the Overwatch cookbook has like a lot of cocktail recipes. Like almost every hero will have a drink. And I was looking at this one for Genji, and they're like, yo, so you're going to take some green tea, and you're going to take some sake, and you're going to take some ginger, and you're going to take some elderflower liqueur. And I'm like, I am never doing this. It's probably great. It's probably a wonderful little cup of green dragon, or whatever they called it. But this is far too much work for me. All right, maybe I'll get lucky, and then I'll get Cyra's extra cloak, and then I'll be done. Maybe. I did not. I got a Pathfinder's saddle. Wow. One fun thing, also 220 gold. Fun fact, I don't know why I thought this changed, but I still get 30 gold for every Legion world quest that I do, just because I still have on my priest here. Let's see if I change this to class hall. On my priest, I have followers. I have a combat follower that is assigned, but then I told her to go away, and she gives me, she has 3 of the gold items. It's not nearly as much gold as it was when Legion was current, but it's still something. Cyan Templar, thank you for the brand new sub. Welcome to the Squirrel Squad. Zerelis with a 4-month resub. Appreciate it. And Polydork with a 16-month resub. Wow, 16 months. Morning, Tim's Dark Roast. I would be really interested to try Tim's coffee again, because I haven't had it for years, and when I used to drink it before, I didn't like coffee. I was just drinking it whenever I couldn't get my hands on tea, and then once they started doing the steeped tea thing, I just had that instead. Ooh, barrels. Haven't done barrels in a while. What am I doing? Okay, I'm no longer collecting things. I wanted actually to go double check the Draenor time walking vendor, because it's Draenor time walking right now, to see if there are any transmog that I need, because I know I have the mounts and I'm pretty sure I have the toys, but the gear that you get for like 25 tokens per or whatever, 25, 50 tokens for a piece of gear, I'm pretty sure I never got that because I didn't need it combat wise. And it's possible that it has an appearance that I need. I don't know if they reuse dungeon appearances. I certainly don't even have all of the Draenor dungeon appearances, so I kind of want to check that out, and while I'm on my way, I may as well go pick all the flowers in my garrison. Trying to solo Engineer, Omega Plug, and Nomergon. Wish me luck. Good luck. That made me think of, guys remember they redid, I don't know if it was, not Theramore, maybe Theramore, I don't know, places I don't go. What am I thinking of? The Big Red Ray Gun is a toy that drops from a rare that was part of a redone area. I think it was Eastern Kingdoms, maybe not. I don't remember the name of it. Swamp of Duskwallow Marsh. Swamp of the Sorrow Marsh Duskwallow Marsh, I'm pretty sure. It's around somewhere. I don't remember where I left the zone. But there's a thing that I need to go do that involves not stepping on a bunch of mines, but I can get a toy if I do it. That was something that occurred to me that I should look into. But I need to finish following my first train of thought, which was picking all of these flowers and then going to Ashran to check to see if I need any transmog from Tempera. So I'm going to finish that train and then move on. I do think All the Things has really exacerbated my tendency to ping pong between different things I'm doing. I can feel the ability to complete a task just oozing out of my ears. I can start a bunch of tasks, completing them. Alcaz Island, was it near Theramore? Alcaz, yeah. There's stuff going on over there, and I remember they added it like an expansion or 2 ago. They added it a while ago, and it was hard at the time, and it was just for like a toy and then like a hunter pet or something like that, and I was like, yeah, so I never did it, and then I never did it, so I could go back and do it. Someday I will find the perfect subwords. Until then, thank you for the awesome content. Any words are the perfect words. Tea today? This is a masala chai. Dustwallow Marsh, yeah. I get Theramore mixed up with that other place. I'm not going to be able to remember that one either. I get Theramore mixed up with Menethil. Strange places that are not that relevant in modern WoW, but have lore implications and used to have boats going between them for no reason. I get those two mixed up in my brain. So I was thinking of Menethil, but I'm like, well, Menethil is definitely Eastern Kingdoms. Anyways, what am I doing? I am going to go see Tempra. I do too. It's really quite awful of me because I'm pretty sure that both of those places are very important. Like, I know about Theramore and the Mana Bomb thing because Jaina was very upset about it, and I read a book where she was very upset about that. So I have some memory of that whole situation. I don't remember where we left Tempra, honestly. She's around here somewhere. /tar Tempra. She is over down here by this building. I knew it was in front of one of them. Okay. So she wants to give me... Oh, I could get a dagger. See, I didn't have that before, and I even have the badges. I don't even have to run a dungeon. I was prepared to do a time walking dungeon to get like that initial bonus, if needed. Apparently I already have the hands, the cloth gloves, so that's good. I already have the cloth belt, but I didn't know that dagger appearance. Fun. Do I have the toys? I don't have the toys. Oh, I don't have one toy. What am I doing? Okay, so if I do one dungeon, I will get enough badges to buy this toy. All right, we're going right now. I'm healing. I'm not even logging over. Well, of course not. This is where I have the badges. I might have the badges in a different character, but I don't know. I'm healing. Pre-made custom starter group. Anybody wants to come with me? I'm going to be over in custom. I'm healing. One time walking. That's me. I'm healing. So I just need a tank, 3 DPS, and what level do you need to be for this? Draenor time walking 101 plus. All right, we got a tank, we have the Parthos, we got a DPS, 2 more DPS, and we're off to the races. Such a pretty mount. Which mount? I don't know what I was writing. Oh, DPS 1, DPS 2. Fantastic. All right, we are now full. Delisting. Thanks for the interest, guys. Say hello. And then I'm going to go dungeon. Not good. Random time walking. That's the stuff. Excellent. They still have the boat going between them? Even after everything that happened with the Mana Bomb and Menethil flooding and everything, they're still doing sea service. Oh man, I don't know the deal with Menethil. I feel like it had to be the Cataclysm because it was less damp in Classic. I made it that far in Classic. Oh, this is a fun dungeon. And I distinctly remember it being not flooded, so that had to be a Cata thing. Alkaz Island existed since vanilla for the AQ gate opening quest, then changed to add the toy from Dr. Weevil. Oh, okay. It's a good dagger for a Shadow Priest. I like the model a lot. I've been pleasantly surprised by how cool a lot of the appearances I've been getting have been. I figured I was just going to be collecting 10,000 like belts I wouldn't use, and mind you, I've been collecting a significant amount of belts that I'm not going to use. Also, what do you think of this toy? I got the Heartsbane something or other. I got a toy called the Heartsbane. It's from Heartsbane Grimoire. It's from Drustvar. It's really easy to get. I don't remember how I got it, but it was really easy. Something to do with chests. And then you can have 100% uptime on it. Hour-long duration. I think an hour-long cooldown. And so I just had, or even less than an hour-long cooldown. And it gives you like this cool little blue, you know, spooky aura on you. So I macroed that into my power word Fortitude along with my, I macroed it into Fort along with my rune. Man, just so that I could be extra spooky. It kind of looks cooler on a Shadow Priest because like it layers on top of the shadow. I don't know if I need to be this spooky. I am so swirly. I don't even know what I have that is making me that swirly. The Geek Cat, thank you very much for the brand new sub. Welcome to the Squirrel Squad. Weevil's got a fairly annoying spawn timer. When the dam Lochmadan broke, I think? Okay. Yeah, I figured it was Cataclysm. Partly underwater by death things fly over, the boats still go between, even if you haven't time walked Dustwallow. Interesting. So what's out in Theramore these days? I I feel like aside from Anixia's Lair, I know Anixia's Lair is in Duskwall Marsh because I used to have a bunch of characters. That was like the first mount farm that I ever... Ooh, spicy. That was the first mount farm that I ever put a bunch of characters out there. I had them all in that inn with like the ogres hanging out around there. And so I remember living in Duskwall Marsh for a while for Anixia. And then after I got that, I just kind of forgot about the zone altogether. A big hole. Oh no. It's the Lifebinder's Invocation Essence. Do I have like a rank 3? I didn't even use it. I didn't even press it. Only just got an Ixie and Drake a few days ago after many years of trying. Congratulations. That's still one of my favorite ones. I think it has like a slightly special place in my heart because it was one of the first mounts that I really like mount farmed for. Sometimes every now and then I will go and like restore an old character to see if they have any, you know, I'm looking for like a toy or an achievement progress or a rep or something that I had done on them and then I deleted them. So every now and then I'll go and restore somebody and when they pop back up, they're right back in Duskwall Marsh because I had moved them out there and used them to farm that raid. But then I just they never left. That was the last thing they did. So that's going to be wind. This dungeon was hard at the time. It might still be a little bit tough in time walking. I know there's definitely some mechanics. I'm interested to see how Bird Boy does. I know we got like a wind wall situation going on. Yeah, I didn't know I was missing a time walking toy. Now I'm wondering if I'm missing any other time walking toys. I guess I'll just check the vendor every time time walking comes back just to make sure that I have everything that I'm looking for. Because I'm going to be needing to check for the transmogs anyways. But it's nice to have a medium reason to do time walking again. I don't want to like grind another mount. I'm not really ready for that. I feel pretty happy to have most of the expensive stuff done. But it's nice to every now and then be like, oh, I'm just going to do like one... you know, on a couple of characters, you know. I feel like one time walking dungeon is the right amount of time walking dungeons to do to be still having fun. Whenever I try to do 5 for the quest, I don't anymore. I haven't finished one of those in a long time. It was just too many for me. I like the buff that you have from the achievement. You're just dancing for an hour. Did I get it? I don't think I did it. I think maybe I messed it up. That used to be a really fun one though. I have not gotten midnight yet. No, we're going to be back in there on Tuesday. Trying again. Next week will be my last chance to get it before pre-patch, which doesn't matter at all. I can certainly still get it after pre-patch. We're going to continue farming it during pre-patch. I'll keep farming it in Shadowlands if I don't have it by then. But it's going to be our last week before the squish, and we'll get to see kind of how that affects my runs, and particularly my lesser geared characters. I'm really curious to see how that hashes out in the Legion Mythic 5-man. I am healing as holy right now. Mess over the badges in your currency tab. All the things will show you everything that you don't have that you can buy. Oh, smart. Oh, I like that. I'm going to do that. Maybe after combat. I'm going to use my Lightbinder's Invocation, because why not? That does indeed have the same swirliness. Maybe I just like fat-fingered it earlier. It's true that I haven't done like proper content in a while. I've spent the last month or so just kind of fiddling around, collecting stuff, running old content. So it's been a while since I've pressed buttons with the intent to actually accomplish anything. I am so excited to heal in Shadowlands, though. I think it's going to be so fun. I really like playing Holy. I like how it feels in Shadowlands. I'm excited to kind of combine it with the Covenant stuff and then get to really... Ooh! I got a transmog! I'm squeaky. I'm sorry. I got a Spire the Furious Construct. Oh, I should, which difficulties worth of, stuff does Time Walking give, actually, would be a question. Because I didn't even have a list open to know what it was that I needed. Also, what does it look like? Ooh, I like that. That's kind of, oh, it snapped. That's aggressive. Wiped twice in this dungeon on time walking. It's pretty tough to do the bird boss. I think it's just a matter of, I hope people, line of sight, basically. You gotta line of sight the thing. And then, well, actually, if the damage is tuned in a way where we're going to have a few phases, then the whole bird egg kiting thing is a real pain in the butt. That was hard to do when it was current. Line of sighting quills for sure, but then kiting phoenixes I think is going to be kind of tough. I wonder if, oh no, I don't have drums anymore. I was going to lust us so that to help us get through this, but I sold all my drums. Any gold making plans for Shadowlands? Oh, I'm going to be in everything. I am going to do a little of this and that and the other, and nothing very efficiently for a while. I mostly really enjoy dabbling. So I'm probably going to do a little fishing, a little alchemy, a little enchanting, a little herbalism. Just kind of keep an eye on the prices of stuff, and then whenever something looks fun, I'll dig into that a little deeper. But my usual early expansion gold making is profession based. So urban elk, and then enchanting, tailoring, maybe not too much tailoring. I've never made that much gold with armor crafting professions, but I'll have it on and alt. So now we're gonna take cover, and back here I can definitely give us a little thing. It doesn't actually hurt that bad. A little bit, but we're not dead. We're alive still, so that's something. And we got it a half, so that's good. I'm feeling good. I'm gonna help do some damage. So there's the solar flare. Oh, I should have so I'm gonna, oh, perfect. Yeah, that'll work. The idea is that you want to kill it not by another pile, I'm pretty sure. It like can activate other ash piles, but we're gonna finish this boss real quick. This is perfect. We can power through. We can just stay out here. I'm gonna him. Everything's fine. 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 Cool downs. I am not as tanky as I wish I was. Hazel, the weather is so nice. Going for a walk today. Lovely. You got some of those fall colors happening outside. I was walking under some trees today, and I noticed all the leaves were like a brilliant red. And I was like, that's dope. This is real pretty. They're like falling, they're rustling, it's like a little windy. It is a proper autumn around here. I like seasons. I do feel like they happen a little fast. I'm a little bit perturbed by how many of them have gone by while I've lived in the same place. I think part of it is that when we moved here, I always figured we would live in this apartment for like 2 or 3 years, and then we would like move, you know, like buy a house or move areas, or something would happen. And it's been 5 or 6 years and we're still here. So I think that's, I just feel like time's happening without my consent. But seasons are very pretty. Fall is one of my favorite ones. I didn't think that was true. This sucks. Ow. Let's see. There we go. That's better. But it has rain, and I like rain. I have so much rain gear. I love going out and walking when it's raining because nobody else is out there, so you've got less people to avoid. And I have gear, you know. I can wear a rain jacket. I got rain pants if it gets really rainy. I can put on a hat. I'm not much of an umbrella bringer. I would rather strap the gear to myself so I don't have to hold anything, because I also have a dog, and I can end up kind of tangled with the dog and the umbrella. But I feel like I'm armoring for battle when I am selecting my layers and planning to make sure that I have the correct moisture resist to be comfortable in the outdoors whenever it's raining. I love planning for inclement weather. So fall's good, and then you get to wear sweaters, and then you get to indulge in the tea, and honestly, sweaters a few more times. I love sweaters. Sweaters are cute, sweaters are warm, sweaters are comfy, sweaters feel as though you are loved, even though you are. It's an illusion that makes you feel as though somebody's giving you a hug all the time. It's good stuff. I really did not like this instance up, Ben. What do you mean? At least it's not that long. At least you can chew through it as long as you don't get stuck in any bosses. It's not terribly long. Sometimes I like to imagine what Warlords of Draenor would have been like if they had Mythic Plus during it, because there were some crazy dungeons. Do Canadians call it fall or autumn? I've heard both. I don't know if I'm aware of a distinction where one or the other is right. I feel like fall is more common. Just because autumn is a fancier word, and I don't know, I'm not that fancy. What's your Holy Priest hot spell? That is Renew. It's a little green one with like a hand that's outlined in white. So this one, I'm gonna hang it over here so that if anybody picks me up to try to drop me off the edge, they have farther to go. Because they do that, but I feel like we'll be able to swap and kill the ads pretty quickly. So there's an ad. I can stun it for a second, and yeah, look at that thing. Look at that thing die. Fantastic. What a wonderful group. Do you believe they'll fix the differences in DPS between classes or leave it as it is? They usually try to make sure it's not crazy disparate, but there's always going to be differences. You're never going to have perfect balance. I am unfamiliar personally with how wide the balance disparities are right now. I don't usually worry about that stuff too much until it's like live, because tuning happens right up until forever, basically, because even if it launches and it's kind of broken, stuff gets hotfixed, you know. No one balance state lasts forever, so I don't worry about it too much. I'm sure they will do more tuning, but I'm also sure it will not be enough for some people. Canadians call it autumn if they speak French. 5,200 kills, no dragon either. Oh goodness, that's a good chunk of farming. Thanks, guys. That was an awesome run. Alright, so I'm going to turn that in, and I'm going to go buy my toy. Good evening from Ireland. Good evening. The soundtrack is so much more dramatic than the instance. Warlords of Draenor had a fantastic soundtrack. It was so good. Also, I'm right by the person. This has never happened to me before. So then we do that, and then I buy my Banner of the Burning Blade, which honestly, a little surprised I didn't already have, but, you know, I will take it. That sound effect that happens when you collect things with all the things is a real stroke of evil genius. It's not often that an add-on can make me feel things, but I feel that just dialing itself right into my brain. Banner of the Burning Blade. Banner of the Burning Blade. Look at me. I have a flag. It is burning. It is a literally burning blade. Very... You know, I don't know if orcs are really strong on metaphors. Love the piano in Frostfire Ridge. In New Zealand, we call it autumn. Fall is an Americanism. I see. I mean, fall is nice and succinct. I like that it's short. I like that it's one syllable. You have leaves that are falling, at least around here. So, you know, that makes sense. Works out. Do you have the sack of starfish? Sack? No. I have spectral spiders. I do not have starfish. That is a TCG item, looks like. Do not have. I do have a picnic basket. I got recently from the black market auction house. I saw that there was a TCG toy up that I could like kind of afford, so I camped and I bid and I got myself this thing. So I have a picnic grill. I can make myself some grilled picnic treats. I can eat my grilled picnic treat. It is a delicious grilled treat of questionable nutritional value, and I must remain seated while eating. It does. It's saying that it's delicious. My umbrella has pineapple print on the bottom, and I like that. It's not on the top, it's just on the bottom. That pineapple print is just for me. That's not for the world. That is for the occupant of said umbrella. Good stuff. Banner looks good with a toy that makes you a tall, dark Draenei, the head crystal thing. I vaguely know what you're talking about, but I don't remember the name of it. He made me so excited for Shadowlands. I'm returning to play. I just ordered a full new PC. Can I blame you for going broke? You're gonna get your money's worth out of that, though. I like the word fall for the seasons because leaf fall down. It's delightfully simple. You know, it's to the point. Twilight Dev does not scale well in time walking, only did 6% damage. Gotta enjoy your Twilight Dev while we have it. Does anybody have plans for their last days with their corruption? You know, anybody like islands is actually a good one. If people are farming stuff for islands, now is the time to do it, because after pre-patch, your corruptions are going away and you are going to be AoE capped, or some spells are going to be AoE capped, which makes the mass farming of islands trickier, not impossible, but, you know, a little different than it is now. So, islands are a good pick for right now. So what's next for me? What's happening here? Dawnseeker Verwak, a Storm Shield Apexis Cloak Trader. What do you mean? I've never heard of that. I don't have TomTom, so I have to look up the locations of NPCs and stuff in Wowhead. I just keep a tab open. Oh, this mount. This is my, this is Golden Mane. This is the world drop mount that you can farm from Kultiris. So there's mobs that can drop it in Stormsong Valley. I believe there's also mobs that can drop it in Tiergard. I just bought it. I bought both of the Kultiris. I bought this and the Pack Mule off the auction house because after the whole Bloodseeker fiasco, I just didn't have it in me to do it again. I was not ready to start something that I wasn't prepared to finish. So, not you. Dawnseeker. Oh my gosh, there's so much stuff I could use. Oh my gosh, it's so expensive. 10,000 gold. 10,000 gold. Excuse me, I do have this mount already. I am not ready yet. I am not yet ready to spend 10,000 gold for a cloak transmog. I may get there one day. Or bracers, indeed. 1K, maybe. I don't know. We could come back to that. 10,000. Talk about it later. I have been getting gold from all of these old raids and whatnot that I've been farming for transmog, but then I turn around and spend that gold immediately on transmog. Why don't you use TomTom? I don't know. I'm kind of weird about it. I was weird about all the things too for a long time. I keep Maybe what I need to do is I just need to install it again and then go through and turn off stuff that I don't want. I just got frustrated and turned it off because the arrow was around and I didn't know where it wanted me to go and I didn't want to go there and I don't like being told what to do. It's not TomTom, it's my fault for sure. Haven't gotten around to those mods either. Yeah, that is what we call a later us problem. It's not that I'll never buy it, it's that is pretty low on the list of things to do. However, there is an Erico. I never bought tabards. I wasn't a tabard collector, so I like just didn't buy tabards for the longest time. Shadow Seeker, are you around here? Or maybe they're somewhere else. And those I will usually buy. So let's go take a look at Vindicator Nurim. I think he might be in one of these buildings. Maybe the town hall, maybe not. Yeah, it's a future Hazel problem. And if I get old and die before I get around to it, then that's probably fine. But, you know, I might get back to it eventually. 80 gold for a tabard. That I will do. I will buy the tabard. I'll get that done. Teleports the caster to the Path of Light in Karabor. Interesting. So it's like just an item you keep on you. Path of Light in Karabor. Is there anything around there that I would want to teleport there for? I feel like Karabor was Shadowmoon Valley and my garrison takes me there. Do you have all the toys and pets for island expeditions? I have all of the pets. I have all the mounts. I don't know if I have all the toys. I don't know. Maybe all the things can show me a list of island expedition toys. So, toy box. Drop? No. Yeah, I don't know. Thanks for the great content. Did you get the Karazhan mount yet? Thanks very much for the 10-month resub. No Kara mount yet. We're almost at 200 attempts. Also, Cyberwolf had a 14-month resub. Finally got a beta invite this week, just in time to see Shadowlands delayed. I mean, it's more time to play beta and feel fancy about being in beta. That's something. Okay, so I want to go find Shadow Sage Brakos for the Arakoa Outcast Tabard. I'm glad I at least did all these reps. Having all the reps done means that a lot of the time I am just, all I'm doing is going back to various quartermasters for reps that I did and just buying extra stuff from them. Oh, it was right behind me. Literally right behind me. Okay. So, a trinket, a tabard. We need the tabard. We have the pet. We have the mount. I don't need the elixir, and that's just an item that you have on you, so I'm good. I'm just going to delete those. I could vendor them. I've been playing the leave an item in my bags for 2 hours game so that I can get like the 24 gold back or whatever for vendoring it, and I think I'm about done with that game. Expansion features island expeditions. Okay. Not under toy box, eh? Expansion features. Oh, yeah. Island expedition rewards. Toy. I need a bad mojo banana. I need a bad mojo banana. I need a magic monkey banana. And I need an Umgut ritual drum. Question is, do I want to do them now? Draenor, I have so much stuff that I can still do through Draenor Garrisons. There's tunes, there's the tunes, there's the, I think these just want me to get, dungeon appearances. You know, I was, once upon a time gonna go do Grimrail Depot. I got sidetracked and did Blackrock Foundry instead, but I was gonna go do Grimrail Depot to try to get some items to buy some, well... The thing I'm trying to do right now with my life is I am trying to get as much transmog quickly. I'm trying to just get my overall percentage up. Kind of for data for Azeroth. But I'm also having fun hunting stuff. I'm kind of just following my heart. And it is also fun, separately speaking, to cross things off the list. I only need the boots now from Ruins of AQ. That's the last thing I need. From there, I'm 99% done classic appearances. Haswin, thank you for the 3-month resub. Absolutely love all your content. Aw, thanks. If you need any mods from the invasions, let me know. I have 6 different Garrison invasions ready to go. Got the mount, so I never needed them. I mean, I need another mount, honestly. I'm pretty sure I need one more mount from Garrison invasions. What is the transmog from them, though? I am Grasshopper. I don't know what's going on. Slash all the things. Garrison invasions. Oh, I need 2 mounts. Oh, no. Cloaks. Yeah, I need all kinds of stuff. I need a Blackrock Ironweave cloak. I need a Fire Smother and Great Cloak. I need cloaks, basically. Those are the same thing, same thing. 2 mounts and 3 cloaks. Clearly. Garrison invasion mogs are some of the hardest things to grind. Okay. I mean, it's worth doing the invasions just for a chance at the mounts. I have, like, at least one of them. Some of the last items for Des Mephisto. Okay. It's just so easy to click on things and be like, oh, what's next? What's next? What's next? What else could I do? Is there something easier? There's so many options that it's hard to pick a thing because there could be, like, a different or a better option. Sometimes you just need to do something and start. Didn't know the invasions got you things. The toughest part with Garrison invasions is just getting the currency to start them. You need, like, what do you need? Apexis crystals? You need something. I'm gonna go back to my Garrison and, like, go look at it again. Because you're buying... We did these for a while on stream. I used to do them for chances at the mounts. You buy a thing from a dude. I'm gonna go look at the vendor and see if I can remember how this works. Literally AFK the Garrison invasions, yeah. I mean, as long as I'm in them, it's kind of fun to help. It doesn't really matter, but it's kind of fun. Ooh, squirrel. I don't remember how I got the black market rep in my Garrison. You can't buy stuff from them, you can't bid, but I always check when I walk by just in case there's something real good. I can't afford anything. I have like 40k gold. If there's anything on the BMAH that I want, it doesn't matter. So he wants, was it not this? Scouting? Not scouting missions. Oh, no, you buy a scouting mission, and then you do the scouting mission, and then you get a thing. 6, you're welcome if you ever want to. No reason to do them otherwise. We can do some now if you want. Buy a thing from a dude, crystal clear. Yeah, I was trying to remember. I remember buying scouting missions for the pit. Garrison invasion. Let me see if I can pull up the guide. Because you have to, like, when you kill level 100 mobs, you have a chance that enemies will prepare to attack. At that point, your commander, this guy has a quest for you, and then you start them. You can also join a friend's invasion. Another tip is to utilize followers for assistance. There's 6 types of invasions, but you can definitely proc one by doing one of the weekly quests, which you can proc there. You get the BMH from a quest item from the table. It's a super rare mission. Swapping over, send the invite. Okay, I will sit right here on Hazel Lightbringer. How do you only have 900 resources? I got a cap and it drives me nuts. I don't know how to spend them. I've been using them lately for... what did I use them for? I went to my trading post and I bought a bunch of materials. I bought some fur, which actually you can just go, if you have a trading post, you can just buy fur and sell it. People buy this to make hexweave with, to make bags with and stuff. But I've been crafting I've been working through Drainer Professions, crafting armor and whatnot, so I buy materials with it. And then I ran out, and I also needed some for switching around my buildings. I went and built a tailoring hut, and then I was like upgrading it. Speaking of which, I think I have another upgrade round I can do. I'm doing tailoring huts on 2 characters. I'm not ready to like set up all 18 or whatever doing Draenor stuff. I don't need it that bad. But these 2 characters can handle doing it. Perfect. Okay. I'm gonna upgrade. Yeah, there we go. So I need to view leaders Garrison, that's right. Yeah, fur. Annie says you're awesome and lovely. Oh, Annie's great. Can you bypass the daily cooldown and hexweave with the recipe from the Garrison Vendor? With the recipe from the Garrison Vendor. I think no. I think that hexweave is still limited to daily cooldown, primal spirits, and work orders. I'm pretty sure those are the only ways you can still get hexweave. People do buy WoD materials off the auction house? Yeah. I have a hard time selling the herbs sometimes. Offer for a third? Sure, yeah. Yeah, you can list it up. And then we can, just, you know, because I don't think it takes away from our loot at all. There's an achievement if you slash wave in someone else's garrison, just in general? Like, anywhere? Just waving at the world. Newest YouTube vid was good? Thanks, Zombie London. Ugh. Oh, at the owner. Just waving to NPCs. Tailoring Shack is mandatory if you want to farm hexweave in a reasonable amount of time. Yeah, I didn't think that I needed... Maybe I already have the achievement. I didn't think that I needed... I don't know what I didn't think that I needed. That thought just vanished out of my brain. I'm just basically doing the hexweave for transmog, really. Your latest video on YouTube's made me want to install all the things like you, and I can't wait to level up to farm transmogs. It's a great thing to keep you busy. If you are stuck inside and you are bored and you're like, man, I don't want to watch YouTube or Netflix anymore. I want to play some games. You need a project. All the things has got you. Is there an add-on to improve the pet collection UI? I want to collect pets again, but every time I go to my pet journal, I am turned off. So, collecting pets, there's a bunch of different things you can do. My pet journal, I use, which one do I want? Let's see, / all the things. I don't know that it matters. Expansion features, Garrison, invasions, invaders. It looks like any of them, really, because they all have the same loot table listed. Cancel Shadow Moon, Botany, Iron Horde. Those are the ones this one has. Okay, so I'm kind of feeling Botany? Just for fun. Just 'cause. I usually do Iron Horde, and I'm just kind of bored of them. Did I hear somebody has a VoD talent? Wow. Fancy. Recommend collecting pets organically. Do it in the zone you already have stuff to do it in. Yeah, oh yeah, pet journal. So my pet journal is Pet Journal Enhanced, and that's mostly just for sorting the existing pets that I have if I want to like filter them by a number of different criteria. For actually collecting pets, what I used to do back in the day was sync my collection to Warcraft pets and then go look at the list that I still needed to collect. You could also use Simple Armory. Here's a look at what Simple Armory looks like. This is a website. This is also great for collecting mounts. And what you do is you look up your own character. You're going to see a very bare bones view of your accomplishments. You can go to collectibles. They split them into companions and battle pets. Battle pets are the ones that you capture with combat, and companions are the rest of them. But it will show you a completion percentage bar, and then it has them all broken out by expansion and by source. And then you can kind of mouse over if you were missing any. Let me find what I'm missing. So I can mouse over like this little blank square in honor, and I can see like Sir Snips is one of the only pets I don't have at this point, so I can see that. And that's just a way to kind of see what you're missing and what the things you're missing are from. So Simple Armory does that. Data for Azeroth has a similar thing. The thing that I like about the way Data for Azeroth does it is that they will allow you to sort what you don't have by rarity. So I could go to... Here, let me make sure I don't need to do any inputs over here. I'm off screen. Oh no. Oh no. I am ready. I am ready. What do I... If I need to click anything, then I can do that. I forget how these start. Perfect. Okay. So the nice thing about Data for Azeroth is I go to me, and then I go to pets, and this combines them all. So if I'm looking at my collected pets, this is a list of my collected pets. So I can go to not collected. I see the things that I don't have, and then I can sort them by rarity. So I see the rarest pet that I don't have is Bucket Shell, and the most common pet that I don't have is Mr. Chili. Half of people have Mr. Chili, and I don't have a Mr. Chili. Goodness. I just started playing a little late, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, so that will let you see what pet don't I have that like everybody has, because that's a good indicator of how easy something is to get usually. And that's the nice thing about Data for Azeroth is you can view your collection like that. I always do the Iron Horde invasion. I don't think that I strictly need to do too much here, but I certainly can help. I want a cleaner, more organized UI when trying to sort through a couple 125. The favorite option isn't enough when half of them are for combat and half of them are for appearance. Yeah, I pretty much gave up on trying to view them meaningfully in a list. I use, so the pet journal, sorry, my frame rate's going to tank if I have this open in combat. The pet journal is just for searching things, and then rematch, which I don't actually see right now. Maybe I disabled it. Rematch, I have rematch automatically load pets or my teams for fights, so I don't need to know where my favorite pets are because they will automatically get pulled up as soon as I arrive and mouse over the tamer that I'm about to fight. Rematch also allows me to save teams, and it lets you save teams in tabs. You could probably use Rematch, the Rematch pet journal. It's got a lot going on in it, but it might have the features that you need to organize your collection the way that you want. But I have kind of adopted the organizational strategy of have it not be organized, but I know what I need to do to pull up what I'm looking for without having to know where it is. So, which is basically Rematch does that for me. It was kind of the mentality transition. I would liken it to when on my phone in previous versions of iOS, I used to have all of my apps set up into folders, sometimes into subfolders. So I knew if I was looking for Twitter, I would need to go into don't go in here and then into social media, and then I would find it there. Whereas now with the new version of iOS, they have a library that's just like a really easy search function. So I just moved everything to their library, and then if I want to pull up an app, I just swipe and then I type the first 2 letters of the name and it's right there. As opposed to having to remember my whole file tree system. I do the same thing on Windows. I don't use icons or anything. I just kind of load things by searching them. Can you do some question that's not relevant with WoW? I can try. No guarantee I'll answer it, but you can go for it. Rematch also has fantastic filters. The reason that I like Pet Journal Enhanced is just because it uses the same kind of aesthetic as the default Pet Journal, and I just kind of like that because, I don't know, I'm used to it. So I just like having the extra filters in the normal Pet Journal. I get a little overwhelmed when I go into the Rematch Pet Journal. I mostly use Rematch for auto-loading stuff. But yeah. I wanted to ask, how do you feel about iOS 14? I really like it. I have my phone set up now to where I have just the one home screen, and it has like 6 icons plus 3 widgets that I arguably don't even use, and then everything else I just load up from the library page. So I have it. It looks kind of cute. I don't use it very much. It shows me like nothing that I don't need to see. I have my screen time usage on my phone down extremely low. I could go like a week without charging my phone now, which is perfect because my goal with my phone is to not really use it that much. I want to use it for things that it's useful for as a tool and not just as a way to kill time. And I'm doing very well with that. I also kind of like the sleep feature. I like that it won't it's good at getting me to turn it off and go to bed with the sleep hours, because it's like, hey, you should get ready for bed, and then it's like, you know, we're not gonna bother you until it's time for you to wake up, and then it's got like a really nice wake up. It's great. My desktop's empty. That's how I like it. How many words per minute can you type? You are a fast typer. I'm a reasonably fast typer. I don't know what my exact words per minute is. I haven't taken a test in a long time. But you know, I think that playing WoW and other online games really did it for me typing speed wise, because I was only okay in school. We had typing classes in school. We had those typing games and the little shields that they would put over your hands so that you couldn't look at your hands while you're typing and whatever. And I remember learning to type in school, but I was never super fast. And then as soon as I needed to type quickly to talk to people, especially in like an instant real-time situation where, you know, you're both online and you want to spit out the thing that you're saying very quickly, then all of a sudden I got a lot faster. I know I can AFK, but like I'm here anyways, you know, I'm not going to just like start the invasion and then wander around and go take a nap, you know, I'm still streaming. Start my very first Alliance character today. Congratulations. Welcome on your journey. Got the iPhone 11 also. iOS 14 felt overwhelming for me. I thought it's one of my favorite software updates that I've had lately because it didn't change things until the new features of it felt very opt-in. You know, like it didn't move stuff that I was already using, but it added new stuff that I was curious enough about to like set up on my own. I would contrast that to the latest Procreate update. If any of you use Procreate, it's an app on the iPad for drawing, essentially. And I'm sure it added lots of great new features. They're probably fantastic. I don't know, because I'm too grumpy that they moved things that I use. It's like an extra tap for me to rename my layers now, and then they've taken the opacity options off of the effects menu, and then put them under a two-finger gesture. And that's probably faster, but why not also have them in the menu? Let me be old and do things the long way. Interesting name choice. Yeah. I mean, you're creating like a pro. I do see your point. I feel like iOS 14 feels like Android now, lost the simplicity. That's just me. I feel like it got simpler for me, especially because now I'm navigating less like a file system and more like it just kind of shows me the thing that I need. But I also don't use my phone for very much. And the individual things I use, I don't do very often. It's more like a little bit of a lot of different things. So the app library makes a lot of sense for me. And then for widgets, I like the battery widget because it shows me when I need to charge my AirPods. I like the watch I like the activity widget, so it shows me how lazy I am. And then I got a little forest widget where the thing I use my phone most often for is incapacitating my phone with an app called Forest, where you're planting like little trees, and then you collect the trees that you've planted in your forest. So if I look at my monthly oh no, not monthly, I haven't done very much in October. If I look at my yearly overview, I can see that I planted like a lot of different trees. I don't know if that'll focus. Probably not. A lot of different trees in October, and all of those were sessions of time that I set my phone to grow the tree, and while it's happening, you can't leave the app or it will kill your tree. So I use that kind of as a Pomodoro timer. I will start I'll start the timer and I'll be like, okay, I'm going to sit down, I'm going to work on video stuff for 50 minutes. I have like a special little tree combo I'll do for that, and then I put my phone down. And I wasn't really using my phone anyways, but it's just kind of a nice way to notify me when my session is up, or like how far along I am in it. That helps me focus. So I do that, and then on my loading screen now, I have my little forest and then my little plant now buttons. If I just wanted to plant a real quick 50-minute drawing tree or a video work tree, I can do that right from my screen. I don't know if I'm going to keep that. We'll see. I do use them pretty often. I did get the Sundarter hatchling pet. I think I made a video about that one. The app is called Forest, yeah. And it's great. I've never felt pressured to make any microtransactions with it. As you continue to plant trees, you'll get coins in the game that you can just use to buy more different cosmetic trees to plant, but like the functionality is there for free. It's super cute, yeah. You say your phone lasts a week? Mine has to be charged twice a day. I'm an addict. I'm on devices plenty. It's just that I use my computer a lot more than my phone. Yeah, it is a fancy Pomodoro timer, but I like that. I like having one. And I like being able to like accumulate and see, hey, this week I was focused for X hours. I spent this many on this tag and this many on this tag, because you can have different tags for different things you're spending time on. You could have like one for I'm gonna clean for 30 minutes, or I'm gonna write, or I'm gonna, do whatever it is you're gonna do for X amount of time. And then it shows you data, it has graphs. I can see how much time I've spent over different months. I can see what time of the day and what days I'm most productive. Apparently I am most productive on Wednesdays. I can see, where all my time's going. It's great. Yeah, it's a productivity app. It's not a game. It's a very cute productivity app, though. Do you have a lavender iPhone color? I'm a guy, but I was thinking about getting that color as well. It's cute, but I got white. Yeah, this is the lavender one. It's not a very saturated one. It's almost gray. It's just like a little purple. But I like the clear cases that put the flowers over it because it's cute. I never did the Botany Evasion, apparently. Wow. Stuff. All right, let's see what we get. Garrison Resources. I got a Staff of Knowledge. Waiting for the sound. Well, lots of stuff. Nothing that I needed specifically. I did get a Battered Iron Horde helmet and belt, actually, though. So I can use those at my bunker to get some transmog for not priest. Sure. I'll bring... I'm gonna get on my druid. I got more characters. Oh, actually, I should bring a priest. I should bring a cloth character for the Mogs. So not my druid. I should bring a priest. It doesn't matter what level my garrison is, right? Sorry, if you're still in the stream, I know I said I was going to bring Hasele, but I'm actually bringing Hazeline. Oops. This is not beta, this is retail. How is retail? Left 4 years ago, been playing Guild Wars 2. It's fine. It's, we're very much in the end of an expansion phase right now. We have pre-patch in less than 2 weeks for Shadowlands. So there's a lot of collecting old stuff going on and not so much new stuff. My least productive weekday? That I didn't go check, actually. That I did not look for. Let me see. Probably weekends. Or least productive weekday. Let me see. It has been crashing a little bit since the update. I think it needs another patch. Week overview. I don't know how to find that out. Honestly, I don't remember when it told me that Wednesday was my best day. I feel like it was a stat that it showed up when I updated it, and I don't know where it pulled it from. Mondays are a good bet because Mondays are my day off, so I don't usually do sessions on Mondays. Or perhaps Friday. I do work a fair bit on Fridays, but because I'm recording video, I don't usually remember to set my phone for that. I find your content very comforting. Your kitty looks so happy in your latest video. She's a comfy baby. She's actually, right there. There's a cat. Cat on the floor. Kitty, would you like to be on a lap? We can do that. Come here. Sometimes when the cat's tired, you gotta kind of peel her off whatever surface she was on. I need to view Leader Garrison. View Leader Garrison. Feels like it would be a Friday for me too. Yeah. Bunker Mog is for all classes. The Stormwind set is. The Stormwind one is. I have the entire Stormwind set and I have the entire Shadow Moon set. So all I really need to do is pick off like shoulders and helmets and stuff for the leather, plate, and mail sets, which are not usable in Priest, but still good. It's not ready to hear the word peel. You know what I mean though, right? Like with a cat that's like really tired and like kind of long and just very liquid, you just kind of gotta like scoop it, but in sections. I think that they have the same loot. I don't think that the invasion matters for, or at least according to all the things, the invasion does not seem to matter for the stuff that we can get from it. Cats are a non-Newtonian fluid. It is like working with a wet dough. Hazel in chat, where is all the things taken you? Thanks for the mini guide in the video. It is very helpful. Got you. Right now, all the things has me in the garrison, doing garrison invasions. There's 2 mounts that I still need from these, so I could get lucky and get a mount, but there's also transmog, and I did not know. Apparently, I was too lazy to do these when I thought it was just mounts, but now that I know that I could also get some cloaks, some cloak transmogs, well now I must do it. I simply must. Should I start leveling my Shadow Priest or wait until pre-patch? Wait until pre-patch. Just sit on your hands, chill for a week and a half. It's gonna be so much more fun. Leveling Shadow Priest in particular currently is just painful because current shadow design does not lend itself well to questing. It does fine in raids, but that's not what you're doing when you're just trying to out there and level in the world. Things die too quickly, whereas after the pre-patch, you're going to be at, like, devouring plaguing stuff. It's going to be a much better time. Your cat is very special. I've never seen a cat so okay with being touched and so calm. Very lovable. She is an absolute sweetheart. She does occasionally get grumpy. Usually when she wants something. You can tell when she wants something when she gets grumpy about it. She, specifically lately, I have a yoga mat and I'll lay it out for 15 minutes a day and just do some like YouTube yoga just to stretch out all the crunchiness in my bones. And the cat loves either yoga or the mat or both. It doesn't matter where she is in the house or what she was doing. When I rolled out that mat, she can tell that it's happening and she shows right up. And all she wants to do is run around on the mat and head bump me and try to climb on me and then lay down on the mat in the largest way that she can, which is not conducive to doing yoga. She gets very in the way, and it's very cute because she wants to be involved, but you occasionally need to move her in order to do a pose that you were going to do. And when she's on the mat and she wants to be on the mat and you move her, she gets kind of mad about it, and then she comes back and starts trying to bite your feet. She's not like yowling at you while you're moving her, but she'll just kind of glare at you and then she'll be like, oh, I'm gonna get you, and she'll go right for your toes. She doesn't hurt you. She's very much nailed the bite to communicate that I am grumpy move, but she will do that if you're moving her when she's on the mat. The other time is if she's really tired and really comfy. Like occasionally she'll be cuddling in bed with Mr. Nutty and I on like a weekend or something, and one of us needs to like roll over and move, but the cat's comfy, and if you need to move in a way that disturbs the cat when she was like really happy with her spot, she'll hiss at you for sure. Can we get yoga recommendations? I'm still, basically all I do is I go on YouTube and I search beginner yoga and I find a 10-minute one and I try that. Yoga with Beth something? I liked her because she was less soothing about it. I personally get very frustrated with people telling me to set intentions for my day and feel the corners of your mouth lift into a beautiful smile. I cannot with that. I know it comes from a great place and it probably does good things for people. It's not that that is a bad practice. It's that it makes me want to claw my eyes out through no fault of the yoga instructor. So I need to find yoga that is just telling me what to do physically for the stretches and the exercise and is not doing it in too much of a, we're trying to move very softly, no forcing. Just really love yourself in the motions. I can't. So Beth something. Yoga, let me see. What was it? One of them was doing it for me. Sarah Beth Yoga. She seemed good. I only did a video or two, but that was some good stuff. Yeah, Adrian is I'm sure an excellent yogi and an excellent instructor, but I have a difficult time with her videos because of her manner, which is not her fault. I'm sure she's doing great. It just I am not compatible with that form of media. Oh man, yeah, no, I'm sure she's excellent. I don't have a problem with her personally. It's just not for me. I couldn't with guided meditation CDs because they have the same vibe. I do guided meditations with the Calm app, and then the lady that they have doing the default ones. I have a difficult time with her for the same reason. And they got this guy named Jeff, and he's doing like bro meditation, bro guided meditations. And he's like, yo, you're doing great. Imagine yourself like a ninja. Nice. And it's so dumb, but it's exactly what I need because it's like kind of silly and I'm giggling at it, but I'm not angry. You know, he hasn't offended me by, you know, he's not expecting me to do anything that I'm not about to do, and the actual guided meditation is effective enough that it's getting me what I need from it. So yeah. Tell me what to do, not what to feel. I get kind of pedantic sometimes because people, and in yoga and in meditation, they will tell you to breathe into different parts of your bodies. And I'm like, lady/gentleman, my lungs are in my chest cavity. I do not have lungs in my arms. I do not have lungs in my back. I understand that you're just telling me to like visualize breathing, and there's probably some valid relaxation that can do, but I need you to phrase it differently if you're going to get through to me in particular, because I do not have lungs in my feet. I do not have lungs in my legs. You can't tell me to breathe into my back because my lungs are where they are, and I breathe into the same spot every time because of my design. And that's just me being the worst. I'm just really obnoxious, and this is why it's good that I am not like in an in-person class with an in-person teacher that I can drive crazy, and that I am just consuming their workouts and meditations and whatever through the internet. You know, it's very self-serve. I do take Mondays off typically, yeah. I have asthma. Don't tell me to breathe into my feet. Breathing normal is already a task. I think it's just a phrasing thing. I think I'm just really stubborn. Maybe I'm a little bit too literal sometimes. Walking and jogging is really good for mindfulness. I love a good walk. I don't think I'm always mindful on my walks. I don't know if I always should be. I think sometimes I want to do like a walking meditation, and sometimes I just want to think. And sometimes I just want to let thinking think me and just kind of process everything that's happening in the background. Like if I find myself coming back to a thought over and over again, maybe there's something I need to sort out there. There might be an add-on for the back breathing thing. Does Mr. Nutty feel the same about yoga? He does not participate with me. I think he would if I bugged him to, but we don't really have space for both of us to do it together. I don't know how he feels about the earthier vibes of yoga instruction because I don't think he does a lot of guided workouts. The counter at the top of the screen is part of the Garrison. It's your Garrison invasion score. Fall is perfect for walks, although any season is perfect for walks if you can nail down the time of day to go. Like sometimes it's too warm in the summer to be going for walks like late morning or afternoon, but that's when you just got to get up real early sometimes and then just go enjoy, especially like early morning on a weekend in the summer. Nobody out there. At least around here, at least in my community, people do not go outside early on weekends, and it's great. It's just like a deserted land. Man, I hate breathing exercises because I'm a fast breather, and I'm not really planning on changing that. The best advice that was ever given to me via app about meditation for breathing is, you know, sometimes they're like breathe deep and breathe slow, and they're trying to like pace you out. And I find that when you're trying to follow somebody else's pace, that can just stress you out more, and that's not helpful. But trying to take like a hands-off approach with breath observation is very helpful for me. Like trying my very best to just be aware of what my breathing is without trying to change it, and without even like trying, like just watching it, and don't touch, you know, just let it do its thing. And if you're doing real shallow short ones, then that's fine. You're just watching them. Whenever people try to get me to breathe too deeply, I just, you know, breathe too deeply, and then I get dizzy. I like going for walks at 4 a.m. because no one is around. Yeah, I used to do that growing up, but I don't know if I feel safe doing that on my own. We live in a pretty safe area, but it's just I try to get home before it's too dark. Hi, Queen, you are my hair role model. Why, thank you. Live in the city, busy area. It's not super busy. It's urban enough. Voodoo Dolls, thank you for the brand new sub. Welcome to the Squirrel Squad. How you been doing? Also, any suggestions on when Blizzard will release Shadowlands this year? I like suggestions as opposed to predictions. Just like, when do I think they should do it? I would like to see Shadowlands first or second week of December, like first week of December, and then I want to see the raid release like 5 weeks after that, you know, like second week of January kind of situation. I think that would be nice. I'm sure meditation can be quite beneficial, but I hate how it's being used as its cure-all. It can be very effective, but it's definitely not. It's one of those things that people that get really into it can get a lot out of it, and it can be so profoundly life-changing for them that they feel the need to evangelize about it, which can turn other people off. I get a lot of value out of meditation, but I only really notice that value when I stop meditating for a couple weeks, like if I get really busy or just lazy about it, and then I'm like, oh, now I understand now that I was actually using that, because without it I get kind of tense, I get kind of crinkly, I get kind of a little overly hard to describe, a little too flighty in my brain. I feel like meditation helps me exist in my head without being all over the place all the time. Alright, I did not get any mounts. I got a cloth helmet. How am I doing? What do I want to do? Do I want to do more? Do I want to do other things? I kind of want to do, sure, yeah. Let's do one more. I'll bring an additional priest. And then I need to check on, those Garrison Bunker Mogs. There was a toy that I wanted to go try for today. I don't know if it was the big red ray gun. I don't know if I can realistically do that in one stream. Craftus, you read my message. Greeting from Chile. Hello. It's a cool looking priest. I like having different priests of different races because I can dress them up differently, and they're helpful for farming transmogs and stuff. Now that I have really perceived the value of multiple priests for the sake of farming transmogs, I'm now thinking, this character is named Haszele, which is stupid, I know. It makes me want to have a priest of more priest race combinations. I don't know if I want to do all of them, because priests can be a lot of races. Almost every race can be a priest. So I don't know if I want to do everything, but maybe more of them. You know, especially because after the pre-patch, they're going to be so much more fun to level. I want to level as Shadow. I want to level as Discipline. I might level another one as Holy. And as long as I can justify just having them hang out, they do make kind of trash farming characters for farming difficult content, because your damage doesn't scale good, but they're fine for farming old stuff. They're not that fast, but Mindseer is a really nice instant cast ranged AoE. Haszele. Instant cast ranged clear for like trash and stuff. Why did you go back to maining gnome instead of void elf? It's hard to explain. I just felt more like a gnome. The time came to switch and I couldn't quite do it. I'm facing that choice again. I'm telling myself that I'm gonna do, human. I'm gonna be a human holy priest. And I have her leveled up, and she's very cute, and I was human before I was gnome, so I feel like I have a better chance of switching to human, but we'll see. I could change my mind again. The human options are just more exciting than the gnome options. The gnomes get some excellent hair colors and hairstyles, but so does human, you know? Humans are really good, and humans have diplomacy, which is just really nice to have on a main. Like, it's not that I wouldn't have other races around as alts. I get to enjoy all the races as all of my different characters, but like, there's something kind of nice about having your main be the character that gets the extra rep bonus for collecting and for doing all the new content. Do you know when we'll be able to start earning the conquest to buy Sinful Glad items? Is there at launch, or is there wait for a season? The season usually is what opens up your conquest sources. You might be able to get, I guess I don't know for sure. The answer is I don't know. My guess is that you might be able to get some conquest for things like your Battleground win of the day, you know, the non-rated stuff. You might be able to get some conquest there and start working on items that way, but I think they don't really let you start getting the conch gear until they open up the raid and the Mythic Plus season. I think that's all tied together. Not that you need rep anymore, you crazy lady. What do you mean? There'll be new oh, I threw an elastic. There will be new reputations, and then the new reputations are going to have new transmog and new pets and new mounts and new toys. And I need all the existing things, and I need all the new things. Why don't you race change your gnome? All the rep you got in her, I'd be sad watching the empty bars. May I introduce you to a beautiful add-on called Pretty Reps. I'm currently logged into my Void Elf priest. She's done no reps at all. And yet I can scan down and see all of these wonderful green bars that have been amalgamated, combined if you will, from all the reps I finished across my different characters. It's I don't really need this add-on anymore because I got my 100 exalted reps and that was kind of what I was using it for. Unless they go ahead and add a new rep collecting meta. It doesn't really matter which character has which rep. I'm kind of caught up, but you can see I did not do Ogre Law. It's just nice having the big page, right? Would you say you need all the things? I'm hesitant to really say that I need literally everything because I feel like that gets me in for some grinds that I'm not prepared for. But, you know, there's so many easier things to get in between me and there. I have so much farther I can go. 98 of 100 reps. I'm so close to that horse. You're gonna get it. If you don't get it before Shadowlands, you're gonna get it very early in Shadowlands, and it's gonna be so worth it because the horse is gonna get to fly. I had a midlife WoW crisis when I got my 100 mount achieve. What are you using for add-on management now? I have WoWup. WoWup.io is what I'm using. I do not have my midnight mount yet. We're gonna be trying again on Tuesday. Nice. The rep bonus buff came back. Yeah, it's back for all of October, which is nice. I still need the bowl of glowing puffer fish toy from the Tortolan Paragon cache, and I am a disappointing number of caches in without having gotten that yet. And then I also need this Warden's toy. So I should at the very least continue doing Tortolan World Quest and Warden's World Quest. And at least those are easy world quests for the most part. When you went to WoWup, did you need to redo your UI? I did not, no. It just scanned my existing add-on folder and figured out where everything was, and I had to press update or install for each of them, and that just showed WoWup where the add-ons were in the directory, and I didn't need to change anything. Everything ported over really easy. Flips table the months I spent unlocking Culturians. The quest achievement is still relevant, it's just the rep achievement that's gone away a little bit. Warden's rep, I know, but the toy's kind of cool, and my toy collection is looking a little thin compared to the rest of my collections. It's fine, you know, I have all the toy collecting metas done, but, you know, there could be more. Slowly working my way through the Horde BFA zone quest for 2 sides. It's taken me forever. Worth it, though. Those mounts are cool. I haven't ridden the Alliance one in a while, actually. 2 sides. You get the Ironclad Frostclaw. Little Alliance Wolf. Gotta love that. So excited for pre-patch. I am going to be really torn between my desire to make and level a bajillion alts and my desire to continue collecting all the things. And I think my best course of action is to combine those by leveling alts through zones that I still need transmog for and collecting it as I go. Which means I'm gonna make a Draenei character. I haven't decided on what class yet. Maybe a priest. I'm gonna make a Draenei character. And then she's going to skip Exile's Reach, skip the beautiful, new, wonderful, efficient starting zone, and go level in Blood Mist Isle. Like Azure Mist and Blood Mist Isle, because I need a bunch of transmog from there still. I installed all the things. Yo, I have, I made a chat command so that the bot can link the video I put out today that I show my all the things settings in with a timestamp that skips you to the part where I start showing my all the things settings. So that should set you up. Do you like any pop singers? I like pop music. I don't follow specific singers so much as I just kind of listen to things that are around. And I listen to a lot more K-pop than I listen to Western pop. Hazel, a priest? I'm surprised. Well, now that I mean, the other thing I could do is a mage. I could do a Draenei fire mage, you know, to kind of make up for that undead mage I never finished. Or barely finished. Got to level 6. Either way, I just want to make a new Draenei character, like a female Draenei, because I don't have a standard female Draenei. I have a male regular Draenei, and I have a female Lightforged Draenei. I think I've missed a lot of subs. I'm sorry. Datey Bear, thank you for the brand new sub. Welcome to the Squirrel Squad. Lord Maximus, 55, with an 8-month resub. Hello. Seaworth with a brand new sub. Welcome. Atenol with a 6-month resub. Cheers. Thanks very much, Atenol. Tavu with a 5-month resub. Hope you're all having a lovely Saturday. And Old Goat 9 with a 3-month resub. Hi, Hazel. Love your streams. Wish I could watch more, but I'll keep supporting because you're way cool. Aw, shucks. Aw, you guys. Afternoon, Hazel and chat. I made it to a live stream. What's up, Brad? How you doing? We are doing some garrison invasions. I'm hoping for a mount would be really cool. There are 2 mounts that I still need. Invaders, Giant Cold Snout, and Shadowhide Pearl Tusk. I still need these, and they could drop from the Invaders Forgotten Treasure. Artemisia had some garrison invasions ready to go, so I'm hopping in and mooching a little bit. Chromie rep does not count towards the 100 exalted reps. Generally speaking, the ones with funny names like the Fisher Friends, Brawl Pub, the Pandaria Half Hill cooking people, none of those count. So none of those count. She said my name on Twitch memes. So Jelly Borealis, every time I fly in or log over, I just take a moment to enjoy the city. I adore it. Borealis is hands down my favorite city they've ever made. I don't know if they'll ever make another one I like as much. Oribos is fine, but Oribos is not Borealis. Borealis had this perfect mix of being very utilitarian, being very immersive, and hitting just a lot of design points that I like. I just kind of like the nautical sea town theme, and then have that combined with how, you know, usable the city was, and then how fun it is to explore all of the other areas in the city that you don't strictly need, but they're still there. I love Borealis. The random inside areas in Oribos kind of suck. It's kind of, Oribos it's big, and it's sometimes unclear where you're mounting and where you're not using your mounts. Maybe that's not true. Maybe I'm just confused, but it's fine. It's just, it's big. There's more travel time. There's more getting around than there was in Borealis. I do like Blackpink. I actually really like the new song and video they put out. They're I wish they made more of everything, but I'll take what I can get. Yeah, Suramar is a beautiful, beautiful city, as is Karabor. It's just not a faction hub or town, like you said. Great city, definitely on top of my list for cities. I haven't listened to the whole new album yet. I've been playing the latest Super M album on repeat, and I am about ready to switch over to something else and take a break, so maybe I'll pull up the Blackpink stuff. You can really see how people could live in Borealis. I'm a little sad that we didn't make greater use of some of the areas other than just the trade district area, the trade winds market, because the fish market and the little, I am shocked that they didn't make that little auctioneer yard the black market auction house. I'm so confused as to why they put the black market auction house just elsewhere when they had this whole adorable little auction setup. What did they do? What do you mean? Caribou actually functional? I don't think so. I don't think you can really go in, but there's a bunch of stuff going on outside there. I never go out there. I just remember it being very pretty. That was the That was supposed to be a city, right? Like, wasn't that one of the things that got kind of cut from Draenor? It was supposed to be either a hub or, you know, an option for a place to put your garrison or something. Once you get used to Oribos, it's very clear where you can and cannot mount. The seawall blocked off so much of the city. Have you been listening to Stray Kids God's Menu? The title track, whenever it pops up in my A-list, the top hits K-pop playlist I'll listen to, but I haven't put on the whole island. They do tend to put the black market auction house in inconvenient locations. I think that's on purpose. I think they probably don't want you to just, like, see it first thing as a brand new character, you know? It's something that you kind of want to look for, because otherwise people will be like, wow, this is so expensive, how can anybody buy this? And it's also, you know, it's supposed to be, like, shady, it's supposed to be shifty, it's supposed to be kind of dangerous. So they tend to put it in areas where there's, like, hostile situations happening. Like in the Borealis one, at least, you've got hostile mobs very nearby. And early in the expansion, when you had to go ride there on a ground mount, and you were more vulnerable to the mobs in that area of Borealis, it was actually kind of dangerous. I died a few times trying to just run all the way there. You leaving? I died a few times trying to run all the way there. And without killing things bit by bit. It's easier now that you can just fly in, but... Stocking up on the BMAH item for Mechagun. Hopefully it'll still work. Ever listen to Glass Animals? I adore the new Glass Animals. I love Dreamland. I had Heat Waves on, like, repeat for like 3 days. It was excellent. I could listen to that forever. You can see some evidence of that intention, especially inside Blade Spire. Warlords could have been so much, and now I feel like I don't know how they could have fixed this problem, honestly, but right now, lately, I have been returning to my garrison and returning to the buildings and returning to the missions and returning to the professions just to kind of like dig out the extra collectibles I never finished. And there's a lot of really intricate systems that are kind of interesting and fun to navigate. It's just that it's because I'm in the mood for it now. It's because I have the time and I'm choosing to dedicate the time and I'm not feeling forced through it. All right, so the Invader's Forgotten Treasure. I'm going to open that one last because that's the one that has a chance at the mounts. I'm apparently 34 attempts deep. No transmog. Oh, I needed those pants. That's something. No mount, but I needed those pants, so that's something. Oh. Sure, yeah, we can do the boss. Dingy pants for the pants. Keep an eye out for the raid item. I don't remember what this boss drops, but I'm ready to find out. Can you please give me advice on how to change all the things in? I'll take a look in a second. It's in, I want to say features. Oh, this can also drop the mounts and stuff. Neat. Neato. Gold. Also, we had Maze Baby with a brand new sub. Thank you. And Wildmar with a 10-month resub. Almost a whole year. Totes worth it. Thanks, guys. Last tab, bottom sound. So, interface, add-ons, all the things. About? No. Features. Celebration and sound effects. Use the master audio channel. So that will tell you you can turn off celebrations. I don't know about changing it. There must be a file you can replace. Somewhere in like your structure, file structure. Didn't play through WoD. Is it worth going back and making a garrison? If you like collecting things, then yes, absolutely. There's a lot of stuff from Draenor. If you're mostly just playing to do current dungeons and raids and like make your character as strong as it can be, then you don't need to do it. It's old content, but there's lots of cosmetic stuff there. Okay, I am gonna get up really briefly. I'll be right back, and then we'll find something to do with the rest of our stream. I don't have a plan in mind, but I know exactly where I'm gonna look. The cat still wants to, like, sit in the room. She just doesn't want to be in the lab. She just, like, parks herself in the middle of the floor as though it's just, like, the coolest place to be. I don't really understand. Okay, I thought... I'm going to take a look at all the things just in case I change my mind because it happens. But I was thinking about doing a couple of raid runs for transmog. Because I just want to fill out, like, a lot of stuff, you know? I want to do things that will give me the maximum quantity of new things per hour, at least for now, just to kind of fill up my categories a little bit. Fake is not a real fish. Isn't that one of those very violent fish? Betta fish are best kept alone. There's no other fish that lives in there with him because they will fight with other fish that they perceive to be a threat. So any other male fish of their species or fish that are similarly like bright flowing colors, they won't do very well with sometimes. So he just lives in there all by himself. He considers himself to have won his territory dispute because he is the only one there. He scared everybody else off. He occasionally has to scare me off because I will go sit with him and he'll be like, "What are you doing? Leave." So I'm thinking, I was thinking Throne of Thunder, because I was like looking in dungeons. I apparently have 73% of what I need from dungeons, which is pretty low, honestly. Ooh, so if I wanted to get like a lot of appearances, then what I would do is I would go do, if I wanted a lot of appearances, I would go do Throne of Thunder LFR. If I want to torture myself and ruin my own life, then what I would do, because it's like a lockout and stuff, I would go do this world boss. This world boss has, I'm pretty sure, Warbringer Yenaj. I think that I need a transmog from it. So, and I could bonus roll it. Outdoor zones maybe, or dungeons and raids. World bosses. That guy. Yeah, I need cloth bracers. Similar to an older normal. Why does all the things say world drop 1 of 2? That is, it wants me to get a super simian sphere. I'm just gonna look that up. I have no idea what that is. Super simian sphere. And I don't know what the other world drop that I have is. It's a world drop it's a Northrend drop. It apparently, this is a toy that has at best a 0.07% drop rate from Drakarian Sighters in Gundrak. It can drop off any mob above level 79 in Northrend or Wrath dungeons and raids. It has a higher chance of dropping off elite mobs. It can drop while time walking. It's just like a really rare toy that's a world drop, I guess. The monkey ball makes you a monkey? Somebody said they cleared Nax 100 times and only saw this toy drop twice. Goodness. Goodness gracious golly gee. I kind of want to see if I can get that. I want to like scratch off the world bosses off my list whenever I can. So I'm going to go back to Borellis. I'm going to buy a bonus roll. And then I'm going to go kill the world boss, bonus roll it, and see if I can get those bracers that I need. I don't know why that's more appealing to me, but I guess because, you know, they're on a rotation. They're not up all the time. So I should try for the one that's up while it's up. If you want to see what you do have, click on debug mode for a second. Click on debug mode for a second. I don't know where debug mode is, I'm sorry. Interface options. First page. Oh, show everything. Okay. And then I would probably reload or refresh. Oh gosh, that made a lot of things happen. Well, now it says world drop 50. I lost where I was. I don't know what I was looking for, and now I'm scared. Was I in the toy box? No. Half of all the things. Yeah, I apparently have half of all the things. Debug unique appearance mode. Still unique appearance mode, mind you. This is a thing. Escape. Yeah, I'm getting out of here. I'm turning it off. I don't know. I don't remember what I was looking for, and I'm fine. I'm done. It's okay. Let's. Oh gosh, numbers changing too much. I'm buying my bonus roll, and I'm gonna go fight that world boss, and maybe I'll get the bracers. I still can't believe that last week I fought the world boss 6 times, and I bonus rolled every single time, and I did not get. I was not granted the appearance that I needed. I couldn't believe it. It was so many. I only got 1 piece of loot across 12 loot chances. It was just all not loot. You're more tech savvy than me? I don't know about that. I still play WoW on my MacBook? Nothing wrong with the MacBook. I mean, for playing WoW, they do, you can cook eggs on them because I've done that, but, live in your life. You turned on completionist mode. I think I've made mistakes. I need to go back. Yeah, I did. I think debug mode turns on completionist mode, and I need to get back to I only care about my main. All right, now how do we look? I should be at 80%. That's my world. In the all the things world I live in, I'm about 80% of the way done. Since I installed this add-on, I've gotten about 1% up, which is I think 300 or so things since I got this add-on. I do miss playing this game. It is fun. It's nice that it's, for me at least, the game is an enjoyable thing to do, but it doesn't really, I don't know, it doesn't ever make me upset. It doesn't ever make me mad. I know it makes some people mad, but I'm always just kind of looking for something new, and then I do things and they're fun. I'm not usually getting too salty or too upset or too frustrated with it, because it feels very self-served to me. What does All the Things do? All the Things is an add-on that helps you track your collections, see which things you don't have collected that you could collect, and where to get them from, through use of big lists like this. So with an All the Things mini list in this zone, I open it up, and I can see that I need 2 things that I could still get from this list. I have 117 of 119 things to be collected, and that includes toys, pets, mounts, appearances. It needs me to do that Tortollan Seeker emissary, because Paragon Cache for Tortollan Seekers has a toy I need. And it needs me to fight this world boss, which is why I'm here, to try to get these wrist wraps of warped reality. It's possible that there's a lookalike appearance for these in, also, I don't really know how to approach this world boss without getting toasted by the, get out, there's mist thing. I never do this world boss because of the mist. I'm just gonna try flying this way and see what happens. Everything's fine? Question mark? But yeah, I'm not ready to start farming old deer for transmog just yet. Oh, I guess I can just come in this way. All right, let's find a group. The nice thing about these old bosses is that they are pretty easy. You don't really need a full raid group. You can kind of do them with like 5 or 6 people if you get them around, because the bosses haven't scaled up in just 6.5 mil health. I'm sure somebody can solo them. Glad you showed mini list and filters. Yeah, I swear I've deleted all the things 5 times. People kept recommending it so ardently that I would download it, and then I would open up a zone and it would be like, and just get me out of here. Can't do it. But filtering a bunch of stuff out and then working almost exclusively off the mini list. I only really open the main list, and I do that usually by typing /ATT. I'll open up the main list when I'm just like looking for a little peruse. You know, I'm just like, oh, what can I get? You know, what kind of mounts, what kind of achievement mounts do I not have? And I just kind of want to like pull up a little list, you know, take a little look-see. I'm not usually working off this list. I'm just kind of, you know, I'm on a flight path somewhere and I'm like, I wonder what item sets, you know, does it think that I need? Actually, this is how I found out. I'll do this after this road boss, actually. Apparently, there were transmog sets from this old Scroll of Resurrection character boost feature that was later retired, and those transmog sets were just added to vendors in Mount Hyjal and Vashir. So I can just go talk to a vendor in Mount Hyjal and just buy a whole transmog set. It looks like, let's see here. I don't know if there's a hood. It's not a super fancy transmog set. There is a hood, I think. But, you know, is appearances that I don't have yet. Jumped in late. Did you talk about the Shadowlands pushback? Not here yet today, but I did address it in my Saturday news video, which I just put out on YouTube, so that one's out. But the gist of it, the short version, is I'm happy they've delayed it, and I'm excited to play it when it's ready. All the things can tell you a similar appearance from another source. Similar? Maybe not. The same? Maybe. Actually, that is what I'm looking for, isn't it? I have that turned off, I think. It is overwhelming at first. Editing help with mine. I only care about pets and mounts now. Scroll of Resurrection with a blast from the past. I barely even remember what the deal with that was. In having helped you set up your tooltips and filters, and with you now passing the knowledge on through YouTube, I feel indirectly responsible. You are directly responsible. If you had not helped me set up all the things, I would have quit again, and then I wouldn't be now infecting a whole group of new people. Yeah, I would rather they make it in the best state that it can be, for sure. Came here from that video. Agree they should take the time to put out a finished product. It does really suck for people that took time off work. That's just, there's no two ways around that. That's unfortunate, and it just sucks. I'm just lucky that it wasn't me. Hopefully some people can move their vacations. You get to see stuff that you wouldn't find otherwise. That's the real joy that I'm starting to learn, is that it's shown me things that I just had no idea about. An excellent example being that Murloc questline I keep talking about that I haven't shown you guys on stream, but in Suramar, it was just so funny, and it gave me a toy. Trying to swap my days. Also downloaded all the things. When I said I could collect recipes with it, you started a whole new grind that I wouldn't do or even know existed. It's good for keeping busy. If you just need something to do, this'll keep you busy for a while. This'll do it. I can't imagine collecting all of the things, really. I wonder if I should keep trying for that. I shouldn't do it on stream is the thing. If I'm doing Brawler's Guild on stream, you just end up with people around and hanging out, and then you get more people queuing, and then you're waiting much longer between battles. It's hard to just kind of crank them out one after another on stream, so I should do it off stream. It's just, the odds seem bad. Definitely glad that I hesitated to ask time off. Month of lead time, I still would have been able to fix it. Did the Murloc Suramar toy quest last night. It was fun. It was just so cute. I got such a giggle. Nope. Alright. I'm gonna go to Mount Hyjal real quick, actually, to pick up that set, but then I want to do this in another character or two, because I will not accept defeat so easily. I'm so overwhelmed by all the content of this game. Happens to the best of us. The best thing I can recommend is just pick a thing that looks fun, and then just do that. Don't worry about if it's the right thing to do or if it's the thing that's the easiest or the best or the coolest. Just pick something that seems like a good idea, and then don't worry about the rest of it until you do it. Just narrow your focus manually if needed. Leonard, thank you for the 3-month resub. Hey, I'm here on time. Hello. Wish there was a way to integrate all the things to my map if I want to click around the mini list. It would give me an arrow. So I think that's a thing. I don't use it because I don't have TomTom, but my understanding is that with TomTom, you can, what's the thing? Alt-click? Alt-right-click to plot a waypoint, and that should throw up a waypoint on your map that has an arrow. I'm pretty sure it does exactly that. What do you do outside of streaming? Hazel, thought you did YouTube plus streaming full-time? I do. YouTube and streaming together, they make enough of a job for me to get by. Works out. Just got the mail muncher. Congratulations. If you could live in any city and place in WoW, where would you choose? It's hard to not choose Borealis because I was just talking about how much I love it and how cool of a city it is. But that would probably be discounting some of these fantastical elven cities that have such lovely pastries and beautiful architecture. I should probably like give a good thought to Silvermoon, although the fact that they still have not rebuilt that second side of Silvermoon really doesn't speak well to the city planning going on over there. Okay, I am looking for a vendor here. Let's open our mini list. Wow, lots of stuff I can do in Hyjal. I was looking for this vendor. I actually had pulled it up on Wowhead. Seraphic stuff. This is a priest set. They're class-specific sets. Sold by Iris Moondreamer, who is around here somewhere. /tar Iris. Iris Moondreamer. Where are you at? Usually, if I'm looking for NPC, I can't find it. I just use a text /tar and then a space and then type the beginning of their name. You get a target on them, and then you can throw an icon on them. You can also see your target on your map, too, but... Okay, so she will sell me. Learn from another item, learn from another item. Not learned. Learn from another item. There's rings. I have the gloves already. I have the hood already, which is why it didn't show up in all the things. But I need the robe. Plus, I love buying transmog that's only 20 gold and not like 10,000. Much nicer. Got a nice little wand. I got another robe. Belt. Sash. Wrist wraps. I would strongly recommend anybody that's getting into transmog collecting with all the things to also get the add-on called Can I Mog It? Because that is what is marking items on the vendor with the little blue check mark or the little red X. And that's really useful for picking out the things that you still need. Yeah, the music is from all the things. Shadowlands will be the first expansion I play at launch since Wrath. Bit nervous, I'll be super overwhelmed by all the changes. We're going to have lots of time to get used to the changes because pre-patch is going to be a while. Like, we're going to have at least a month, I would assume, in pre-patch, if not 5 or 6 weeks. And all of the class changes are in the pre-patch. Once Shadowlands actually comes out, then we're just going into doing the new questing and dungeons and whatnot. So you're going to have some time to kind of get used to that transition. So that was one thing. And then I was going to take another priest out. I was going to take priests to do that world boss, or just cloth characters to do that world boss to try to get those bracers. She Wild Wolf, thank you for the brand new sub. Welcome to the Squirrel Squad. We also had Kezo3 with their 15 months. Got the comfy t-shirt yesterday. Nice. I hope it is very comfy for you. Can I Mog It? It's so helpful. Yeah, that's one of the add-ons I really miss when I don't have it. The use of the different all the things music. I think it's just so you don't get so annoyed with it spamming just the same soundbite at you. I think it's just for a little bit of variety. I can't think of any other reason why. You look like you still needed the legendary staff. Are you planning on getting that? I do need it. I never really got much of any legendaries. I may get it eventually. I don't have plans yet. It's too soon for me. The add-on will show. So the blue check mark says that you already know that appearance. So you can transmog that if you want. You already have learned that appearance. If you see an orange X, that means that you can learn that appearance if you equip that item. And if you see one that looks like a yellow star that's only half filled, that will be applied to a BOE item that you don't know. You could learn it, but it's not for your current armor type. So in that case, what you want to do is mail that to another character that you hopefully have of the correct armor type. They can equip it, they can learn it. That's the idea there. So I need to go to Borealis. And I'm going to go Dalaran. Usually I keep a Stormwind teleport cloak around. I'm pretty sure I bought one in this character. Did I accidentally vendor it? What's happened to me? Where did it go? We can go Dalaran Stormwind, but am I just not seeing it? I know for sure. I remember buying the nice one. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, because I have the rep. Because I'm going to Borealis. And all of their Hearthstones, I keep them set to Duskshire in Darkshire in Duskwood, so that they can get to Karazhan really easy for mount runs. I do not have a Classic community, no. I'm not really involved in Classic at all. Borealis. If I wanted to help you with a small tip for Shadowlands videos, you could send me an email if you want. I cannot promise I will use it, depending, but you're welcome to email me. I'm hazelnuttygames Gmail. You gave me a few nail polish websites a week or two back. Just wanted to say thank you. The wife loved them. There you go. Awesome. Are you exalted with everyone? I'm exalted with a good amount of people. This page, this pretty reps page, that is from an add-on that combines all the reps that I've done across different characters. But I have done a good amount of them because I was grinding out my Pure Heart Courser. More resources, very good. Get my bonus roll because I want these bracers, gosh darn it. So we're flying back out there. We'll do another group. See if we can get lucky. Is your big tank in the living room still doing well? Yeah. I have, yeah. The minnows are slowly dying off. They're about at the end of their lifespan at this point. We've had them for a while, and they were a little wonky to begin with. So I've got one minnow left, but the endlers that I put in there, The males didn't do too well. I moved the male endlers back to the small tank, but the female seems happy as a clam, and she actually dropped Fry in there. And I keep expecting the Fry to be not there anymore, but they seem to be doing great, so I may end up with a lot of endlers. And then my Ram's good, my Garami's good. Love them. The benefit of seeing your reps across all characters makes it easier to plan which ones you still need if you are grinding for a rep collecting meta achievement, such as the one that you would do for the Pure Heart Courser mount. This is for collecting 100 Exalted reps, and they don't have to be all in one character. They just have to be done on your account. So being able to see on one page the reps that different characters have done is very helpful for that. Should I change professions in my tank from Scribe Herb to something else before pre-patch? If it's been working for you so far, there's no reason why it won't continue working for you. The add-on that combines your rep sheet is called Pretty Reps. Pretty Reps. Do you ever want to revisit the channel point rewards? Not really. I don't. I'm personally and currently happy with the situation, and I don't want to make them good because I don't want to incentivize people just AFK farming channel points in the stream. You know, I don't want to be that annoying thing that's just like on a corner of a monitor because you wanted to save up for a boat. You know, I'd rather you be in the stream because you're like, yeah, you know, you want to watch it. I'm not AFK. I know you're not. I'm just equal parts lazy and not wanting to lean too much into the point thing. This is a very comfy sweatshirt. I got this at BlizzCon last year. I'm not a arena competitor myself, but I think it's the same hoodie that they gave to the arena competitors, so I can pretend. Yeah, I got 2 hoodies at BlizzCon last year because I knew I was going to be cold, and I wanted to buy one there so I could save room in my luggage on the way there. I don't know what I had planned for my luggage on the way back, but it was good. Although I was still kind of cold for all of BlizzCon. There was a lot of air conditioning. I don't know if I'll ever need this wisdom, if I'll ever go back, but it was so heavily air conditioned that if I ever do another convention, I'm gonna really need something warm. Because you get warm while you're walking around, but then once you're actually, you know, you're sitting down watching something, especially if you're under an AC vent, you can get really chilly. I think that's partly why I got so sick last year. How your channel points not called hazelnuts. Another part of it is that I have done channel points via a stream bot twice before in my life. In 2015-ish, when I was streaming on Twitch the first time, I had nuts. They were just called nuts, and it was from like OnkBot, I think. And then I switched from YouTube to Twitch, and I was unable to import everybody's nuts, so everybody had to start over again with their nuts. And then I switched back, and then again we were starting over again with a different system. So I think I'm just kind of that is exactly what I was looking for. Those are the bracers that I needed. I am 6 of 9 now in terms of normal old year transmog collected, and that is the only thing I needed for that world boss. So I no longer need to worry about coming out here. Excellent. That's exactly what I wanted. Convention centers are always freezing. They're adjusted for men in suits. I mean, when you're packing like thousands and thousands of sweaty adults into a room, and they're all excited and they're all moving around, it is going to get both warm and humid. So you need the AC to tone that down. It's just that it's not equally warm and humid everywhere and all the time. I think what I would need to do is really learn to pull off like the toque look, like the beanie, like a warm hat. Because that'll go a long way towards keeping you warm. If I can make it look cute with my hair, then I would be able to do that. But I don't know if we're ever going to do conventions in the same way again anyways. Okay, so I can just vendor that and move on. Good stuff. Got some new things today. Yeah. It's hot in Anaheim last year for BlizzCon though. The temperature outside was warm, but I was cold the entire time because the only time I was outside was early morning and then late at night, and the temperature dropped enough at night that I was either chilly walking around between hotels, going to gatherings and whatnot in the evening, or, you know, during the hottest part of the day I was inside where it was air conditioned. And I knew this. I actually managed to pack. I have a pair of thermal camping booties for my feet. They're like slippers that are fake goose down lined. so that your feet stay cold in like sub-zero conditions. And I got a pair of those specifically to wear in hotel rooms, because every time I used to travel, my feet would just get so freezing in hotels. I would wear like every sock that I had brought and it would not be enough. So I planned around that this last time. But still a chilly at the convention. Are you covering BlizzCon line? Of course, yeah. Absolutely. Blizz TwitchCon EU last year was Berlin in March, very cold. We had snow. I was wondering, as I'm snacking while I'm watching your stream, what do you like to snack on while you're busy at your PC? I don't really snack. I will eat meals at my desk. I'll eat breakfast, and that is always a big glass jar of oats and fruit. And then I will have like a rice bowl with like some veggies and tofu and whatever at lunchtime, also at my desk. But I'm not really snacking between meals much anymore. I used to in my life. I used to go for like nuts. Roasted almonds are good. I would do like some chopped up carrot bits, veggies. Sometimes I'll have an apple chopped up that's like left over from lunch that I'll kind of have in between things. But I'm these days more just eating during meal times. I don't snack as much as I used to. I will do tea though, all day, every day. Cups of tea constantly throughout the entire day. I do love tea. First thing I do when walking into a hotel room is crank the AC all the way down. Not every hotel I've stayed, but most hotels that I've ever stayed at, they show me a thermostat and then there's like a little note on it that says, you can change this, but it won't do anything. It was about how the building's temperature was centrally controlled and they do their best to make sure everybody's comfortable, but you can't change your own room. And it's usually too cold for me. My dad has a pair of booties like that. He likes them for walking around the house in the winter. Yeah, they didn't have a super durable sole on them, so I don't know if I would have wanted to wear them at home indoors. I have my slippers that I'm working with right now, though the bottoms are falling apart a little bit, have like a pretty decent rubber sole on them, and then they're fleece lined, but they're more like shoes really. But those ones are just good because they're squishy, so I could just like shove them into my luggage and have them be really small for traveling. I did not expect how much I was going to miss traveling, because I've always said I hate traveling. It takes me away from my cat, it takes me away from my husband, it takes me away from my plants. I have to sleep in a bed that's not mine. I have to like, I'm so used to home. I like home so much that I get kind of uncomfortable, and I always get sick whenever I travel. And it's also usually very stressful. I get a lot of anxiety, especially if I'm getting like a blizzard thing. I'm just like dying inside the entire time of just being like terrified of everything. Ooh, bell. But I really do I am a little sad that I'm not flying anywhere this year, because I think it just made me feel cool. I think I just felt cool or important or interesting, or like I was doing something, especially just like, you're sitting in an airport and you're just like working on a project, you got your little laptop and you're just kind of, pecking away at something, and you're like, oh yeah, I'm flying for business. And that just felt awesome, and I kind of miss that. I still feel very cool. You guys make me feel very cool, but traveling was kind of fun, I also don't eat out all that often when I'm at home, so it was kind of a fun time to try eating different things, even if it was kind of expensive. Are you able to just continuously buy WoW tokens each month? I probably could, but I don't. I just pay my WoW sub with money, and because I found that back when I was doing that, back when I was paying my WoW sub with gold, it started to feel like work. It started to feel like, I gotta make another 60k this month or I won't be able to afford my sub fee. And then I got really sort of underwhelmed by farming gold, because it just felt like I had to do it, not like I wanted to do it. Playing WoW is much more fun for me when it feels voluntary, and I figured if I can afford the sub fee, I'm just gonna, slap that back on my credit card with an auto renew, so I'm not really thinking about it, and then just enjoy the gold that I make in the game for stuff in the game. Love a huge slice of carrot cake. Ooh. Call the front desk at most good hotels. They can manually change your rooms tab. Do that when I'm staying more than a couple of days. At this point, I think I've really nailed down my clothing choices. I have a pair of like thermal pajamas that are really good, that are like really hard to be cold in. If I have the room in my luggage and I can bring one of those fleece Murloc onesies, those are basically a fleece bag that you exist in that you will never be cold in if you're in it. If I do that with the thermal booties, I'll be good, right? There is something very fun about getting super comfy in a hotel room. I I had a real nice moment at last BlizzCon where it was, I don't remember which day it was. I think it was the last day, and I just had a video I needed to finish editing, so I just kind of like came back to my room and I made myself a little cup of tea in my little travel kettle, and I put on my like worm stuff, and I just like got myself snuggled up in bed and just started editing, and everything was real cute and comfy and great until I realized that I couldn't get a file off of the SD card, and then it was a struggle, but it was nice after that, you know, like a nice little quiet time in between the craziness of the convention. I really want the 7th Legion Priestess's Moon Saber. I have less than 200 medals. Do you think there's enough time to obtain it? Pre-patch dropping soon, Warfront's continuing to decline. Absolutely. Also, I will tell you that I got my 7th Legion's Moon Saber. I got all the service medal rewards, and I did very few Warfronts. I got almost all of my service medals from doing the invasions, and specifically from doing the world quests that you do, in Darkshore and Arathi when those are up. Each world quest will give you 1 medal. There's 5 of them per day in the zone if your faction controls it. And then the invasions will give you another 5. So just doing those things. If you can stomach doing the Warfronts, you can get groups for them, then sure. But they're not mandatory. You can continue doing those world quests as long as you need to finish up your mount. Murloc hoodie's probably the hottest thing I've ever worn, warmer than the winter coat. Yeah, if you want to be that warm, but you don't want to spend however much money they want in a Murloc onesie, and you don't need it to be a Morlock, you can just look online for like a fleece kigurumi, and you find all these like animal-shaped, kind of cute, just like big fleece onesies. And even if you think they look kind of dumb, I will tell you there is nothing warmer. There is nothing warmer than just walking around in a giant bag of fleece. It is like a Snuggie, except that you can look like a fox or something. Oh yeah, 20 per Paragon cash, exactly. Yeah, just grind 7th Legion rep. That's the thing. That's the way. Mighty Minge, thank you very much for the brand new sub. Welcome to the Squirrel Squad. Hazel, I struggle with making gold. What's your biggest tip to make some? Average about 10k a month. No, that's not a lot. That's not nothing. That's more than some people I know. My best sort of passive gold making usually comes from during an expansion. I like to do a lot of world quests on my main character, and that character will always have herbalism. So I'm just picking flowers, doing world quests. I sell the flowers, those give me gold. The herbs give me gold. The world quests themselves will often give me gold, and then the rep I get from the world quest gives me Paragon caches that give me more gold, and sometimes the emissary quests give me gold as well. Speaking of which, before I go, I'm gonna do a Tortolan emissary real quick. So just doing my comfy morning world quest with herbalism on, which is a pretty low effort, kind of relaxing thing to do, that used to make me a good chunk of my gold was just playing world quests, really. Outside of that, there's lots of things. I've done different videos on different methods. Professions are good, especially at certain points in a raid release cycle. Flipping raid BOEs is good, like buying cheap raid BOEs in the auction house and selling them for more. You can do very well from that, and I made a lot of gold that way. But most of my passive gold is just from world quests, not so much anymore. Well, actually, yeah, it's kind of not a bad gold farm, especially with the rep buff. World quests, selling herbs, and then the other thing is just running old dungeons and raids. I'm always running old dungeons and raids for something. I'm always doing it for transmog or for pets or for mounts or something. And you just vendor everything that you get, and that works out pretty good. I've made probably, I wonder if I have a place I can see it. Just session gold, not weekly gold. But I've probably made 20k over the last like 2 or 3 days just from doing old dungeons and old raids and vendoring a bunch of stuff. And I have easily spent that 20k immediately just buying a bunch of transmog. But the income's there from just running old raids. Draenor. Draenor dungeons and raids are really good. Don't vendor your sumptuous fur. Sell the sumptuous fur. People buy it. What am I doing? Oh, pet shops, of course. Also, I always do these missions because, you know, we get the rep buff right now. You can easily 200% these missions, or close to it. And the rep is basically gold, just later with the way Paragon caches work. So I need to do 2 more Tortolan quests. Do we have any good ones? We like calligraphy, we like shell game. Excellent, there's a calligraphy right there. So if I just go do this shell game, I can head back up there, do a calligraphy, be done. How's my Tortolan rep doing? I just did one. I am, let's see, Tortolan. 16 caches deep. Working on cache number 17. I know that people have done a lot more, but it feels like too many. This list is minimap button bag, if that's what you mean. The follower table mission, the mission board is war plan. Yeah. Yeah, war plan's good. Hello from Georgia. Found your channel from your Shadowlands YouTube video, and your guide helped me get my B mount. Congrats, Vagabond. Thanks for coming by the stream. World Quest add-on. World Quest list. World Quest list. You guys make me feel like an add-on guru. I don't have an updated list now. I should just suck it up and make like a big spreadsheet. You know, have a big old Google Doc. I just never get around to it. Yeah, the most recent add-on list I have is at the beginning of BFA. I made an all my add-ons video, and that was up to date for a while. All right, so I see a Valkyrie here. I see a robot over there. Okay. This is the only world quest I don't like to cheat on. Or the only puzzle. I just like memory games. And it's an easy one. Although I lost my train of thought. It's hard to do in stream. Yeah, I lost him now. Yeah. Not bad. I've done better, but I've done worse. Metal straws I just got off Amazon. I couldn't tell you the seller, but as long as you're getting a stainless steel metal straw. Especially if you want it to come with at least one pipe cleaner situation so that you can clean it, like a brush for cleaning them, and then you're good. Thanks for the stream yesterday. I was motivated enough to finish the Glory of the Legion Hero achievement myself. Got the last page this morning. Congrats, Big Fire. We are matching mount buddies. I do like this one. When they make World Quest mobile games? What? I enjoyed that. That was fun. Sit tight until pre-patch? Yeah. I am not meaningfully adding any more videos to my video list until after boss guides are done. I want to do one real quick roundup of the pet changes in pre-patch, and then maybe something looking at the pre-patch event if I can get new footage of it. But aside from that, I'm just going to try to get the boss guides done and then see how much time I have. Costco is selling them? Set, brushes, pouch? Nice. Yeah, I like having them around. We have narrow ones for just hot and cold drinks around, and then we have wider ones for bubble tea, but it's nice. Essences and Azurite will still work in the pre-patch. They won't work once we go to Shadowlands. Essences for sure. Yeah, health bar up here is shattered unit frames. Health bars over enemy characters are KUI nameplates. Did you get a new coffee pot yet? It's getting delivered today. I am so excited. I kind of miss coffee. I had a cup of tea this morning and I had another one just now, but I still miss it. We were thinking of maybe going out for a masked coffee date this afternoon just to top us up. But I thought it was going to be delivered on Sunday, but the delivery got bumped up a day and I'm very excited. I picked out basically just a drip coffee maker, but one that uses a thermal carafe instead of a glass carafe, so that it is stainless steel, so that I cannot just smash it, and I'm very excited. WoW app doesn't support linking your profile to share your add-ons? I don't know, let me take a look. Because that would be easier. Most of what has stopped me from sharing my add-on list is pure laziness. Let me see. Also, I need to update some of this stuff. Options? No. Yeah. That would be nice. I do change things a lot, though. It would be nice if... There must be some function, you know... If I know computers, I know there is a way... There could be a piece of software that looks at your add-on folder and then generates a updating list of add-ons for people to publicly availably see. There has to be a thing that you could make for streamers to run that just kind of looks at their add-on folder and then exports a list of names to a widget or a link or something. And you can tell I don't code because I don't know. And then you could have that like link to the curse pages for them. I don't think that exists, but I know it's possible. That could be done. I don't think, actually, I can't say I don't think it could be that hard because I don't code. I don't know. But I feel like that would be a great extension or tool for streamers to use, because especially WoW streamers, like you get a lot of questions about your add-ons, and like manually keeping a spreadsheet up to date is both, you know, it's going to get out of date, and then you're just going to keep, it's like my DBM voice pack. It's been saying it's out of date for ages. I will get to that. Shadowlands-ish? Create a PowerShell script that will get you the text file. I know some of those words. I would like to be more software literate eventually in my life. It's just not needed for me yet. It seems more prudent for me to focus my learning energy on things that are media based, like video editing and motion graphics that I can use in my videos, because I so far don't need to make myself too much custom software. So that did not get me enough Tortollan rep for a Paragon cache, but I wanted to do it because it gives me 2,000 gold. And Tortollan emissaries are so easy that sometimes I kind of just want to like take all my characters through it just to get the 2k gold in each of them. Oh, before I go, I know I'm a few minutes over, but like, I forgot I could go buy Iron Horde stuff. Yeah, there's a calligraphy helper. It's part of World Quest list. I also use bartender. I also, cold brew coffee is fine. I will drink cold brew coffee. I much prefer hot coffee. Part of my enjoyment of a caffeinated beverage, aside from just feeding my caffeine addiction, is like the feeling of consuming a warm beverage, you know? I like the combination of the caffeine hit with the soothing warmth. I think that part is important to me. So I'm not much of an iced tea or an iced coffee person. I will drink them, especially if it's really hot outside and you just don't want a hot coffee or tea. But as long as it's even a little bit chilly, I will prefer a cold one. So I have a belt and a helmet, and I could buy this Warsong hood. So that's a male appearance. I can't use that on my priest, but you know, just in case I want to use it on my hunter, and then I'll get the cord as well. So I need the shoulders still, but I have everything else for that set. If you guys have never done these sets, you just want some transmog, I love the Dwarven Bunker transmog sets. You get them for Iron Horde scraps. They drop heavily in dungeons like Grimrail Depot and Iron Docks. But and then with the Dwarven Bunker, at least rank 2, you can just buy them off this vendor in exchange for the scraps. And these items like Crusted Iron Horde Pauldrons, both of which drop in dungeons like Grimrail Depot and Iron Docks. So the cloth set is the Shadow Moon set. Looks like this, well known for having a little bit of side bust action. I don't know about well known, but that's what I remember it for. and then of course we got the Warsong set, and of course these will look a little more exciting on taller characters, but you know, living your life. That's male. Leather is Thunderlord, which is another one that's got some scantily cladness going on, but also the shoulders are really cool. I use that breastplate, generously speaking, on my Resto Druid sometimes. The helmet's terrifying, I didn't know that. And then Blackrock is the plate stuff, and that's very kind of Foundry-ish. I'm missing a belt here somewhere. Blackrock. There we go. There's the plate stuff. But so those are like really cool sets, and they don't take too long to farm. You just need to have the Dwarven Bunker as a large building in your garrison. Also, faction sets. So like this is the Stormwind stuff, and this set is something you can wear any armor type. So your cloth character can run around like this if you're just like a clothy, but you hate wearing robes. You can be a Stormwind guard, or presumably an Orgrimmar guard for Horde. So you would, if you wanted to do that, you would need your Draenor Garrison. You would probably need to upgrade it once or twice. And then at your architect's table, just build yourself a Dwarven Bunker, get it upgraded to 2. It'll take some gold. It takes some gold to buy the blueprints and to actually run the upgrade, but not too hard to farm after that. Anyways, I am done for today, but I'll be back tomorrow, tomorrow morning, same time, same place, probably same, you know, all things chasing insanity because I'm having a lot of fun. I don't know what the Horde version looks like. I haven't played enough Horde. I don't think the appearances transfer over. It's just the Stormwind set that is faction specific. The rest of it is not faction specific. But thank you guys so much for coming. Check out my news video that I put out on YouTube if you haven't seen it, and if you want to watch it, that's on YouTube. Cheers guys, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day.